Network. I'm your host, Jordan. I'm here with David.
Hello.
Man, that is a funky intro. I really
It
enjoy
is
listening to that.
I do love that it might be a little bit too funky. Hang on, let me turn it down.
Sometimes I listen. I started going back to running 10Ks again just because I need the exercise. Because I'm an unhealthy man. And then I was like, let me listen to the podcast, our podcast, this podcast, while I run the 10K. And I got like halfway through this 10K, and I'm like, is this wrong? Should I be listening to me talking about my week from 2 weeks ago as I run this podcast? But I was like, it's very weirdly motivating how listening to myself is helping me do this 10K.
That's some next level narcissist shit.
Some narcissistic bullshit. Like I'm running, I'm like, good one, Jordan.
Yo, DJ, play me that narcissist type beat.
Yo, DJ, fucking run that track back one more
Someone
time.
just comes out and hands you a fucking microphone.
It's just me.
It's
I
like,
come out.
Here you go.
He was go on. Right, that's good though. It's been how's your week been, dude? What have you been? How's your fucking 2 weeks been? Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a long fucking time. How's my 2 weeks been?
Fuck me, guys.
Week before was fine.
Yeah.
I didn't do a hell of a lot the week before.
Just straight chilling.
Yeah, just kind of straight chilling, and then got conjunctivitis, which I'm still not doing well with.
Dude.
And let me tell you, this light right here is not doing wonders for my fucking eyeball.
Dude, if it's bad, turn it off. Fuck it, don't worry about it. Or turn it down or something.
No, if I do that, I'll turn into a goblin. Can't have that.
Goblin mode activated. Nah, it's true. Yeah, dude, it sucks. But luckily for David, he's got a very good eye clinic next to him, so my man's getting healed up, taking medicine.
So,
Thank God for that.
so like finding out about that was a little bit weird. So I live kind of like in a municipality of like Yokohama, and there's a eye doctor like on the corner, like it's like right next to a train bridge. It's on a corner. There's like no big sign or anything. I ended up like looking up like their rating or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like 4.5 out of 5. And I'm like, that's high for
pretty good.
anywhere on
pretty
Google
good.
Maps. Why is this? Turns out it's like one of the most like prestigious or like top 5, top 10 eye clinics in the country. And it's just like 2 minutes from my house on a corner in the middle of nowhere. And it's like, how did that happen?
Dude, that's so good. But that's kind of Japan, I feel like. Japan is like just in the most discreet location. Oh, that's like the best bakery in Japan.
Right,
Like, you know what I
exactly,
mean?
right?
Like,
it's like the fucking place in Kumamoto we went with the mentaiko bread.
oh my God.
It's literally in a back alley.
I still, to this day, dream about that bread.
So, okay, Family Mart
good.
started selling like spicy mentaiko bread.
Does it hit?
It's good,
But
but it always makes me think, I'm like, this could be better.
this could be better.
I know this could be better because I've eaten better,
I-
and that's the problem.
We've tasted the peak of what mentaiko bread could be, and the peak is sold in a tiny back alley store out of someone else's house in
It's like,
Kumamoto.
it's like
It's
out of
someone's
their
house.
back door
Yeah.
of their house.
They've taken the back off their house and like put up like shutters, and then just like in like their back kitchen, just like baking bread, smothering that bitch in like garlic butter, and then just remember how good that one was?
Dude, I was mad we didn't go back.
I was so mad we didn't go back.
We just ended up not going back.
Yeah.
We had talked about it.
We were going
We
to.
just didn't go
There was
back.
like a rainstorm the next day. We couldn't go back. I wanted to go back, and I was like, I can't really go back without a car. So it's kind of far away.
It is kind of far away from where we were staying.
Fuck me, dude. That was so. But no, it's that basically.
Mm-hmm.
Japan is like a country of, you never know what's gonna hit.
Yeah, where the best thing is never where you expect it, right? Because you expect like, oh, okay, the 3-star Michelin restaurant is in Tokyo, in Ginza or somewhere, right? It's like, no, it's like at the end of Saitama, out of someone's basement, and this dude is just like a pro.
It's like on a mountain in like fucking Yamanashi, and the dude's just like, yeah, I'm just here.
It's some Buddhist monk. He's
Yeah.
like out there making ramen in a fucking cast iron skillet on the top of a mountain.
Just chefing it up, and it's fucking sick. Like
Yeah,
every
of
time.
course.
Man, I love Japan, dude. It's fucking sick. As much as Japan irks me sometimes, there's some fucking
Speaking of being irksome,
go on.
if people are listening, I mean, I guess people are listening.
People
not
do
talking
listen.
to anyone. If you live in, I want to specifically know from people who live in Japan. If
Go
you
on.
live in Japan and you're in the Discord, in the questions section, or if you've been to Japan, maybe
I'm jumping in.
This is too. In the questions section, I want you to give me like small things that annoy you about Japan. Because I've started to cultivate that list because we wanted to do that episode of like the things that annoy you
That's
about
fun,
Japan.
yeah.
Do you want me to give you some of the ones that I've made
David,
myself? I'll
give-
give you a
yeah.
I'll give you a sampling.
Give me a sample. Give me 3 of the ones you think would also annoy me.
Oh, okay.
Let's taste this.
Everyone walks slow. Slow walkers.
Fuck's sake. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my fucking. Yeah. Okay. Fuck me, David. Straight up, right off the fucking bat. Yeah. I'm from London. Walk. Move with purpose. Like London's a place of we're trying to get from A to B to C now, as soon as possible. Japan is like people walk very slowly, and I don't know why.
I don't get it because like Japan is like hyper rigid
Yes.
about time.
Mm.
You have to be to your meeting 15 minutes early for the
Yep.
meeting at 20 minutes later to do the meeting about the meeting.
I've worked it out. I know what it is. So Japan is hyper fixated on being there on time, but Japan is like, if you're on time, you're late. It's like, no, by definition, if you're on time, you're on time.
on time.
Don't be weird
Right.
about it. But they're like, if you're on time, you're late. You should show up 10 minutes early. But it's like, if you show up 20 minutes early, oh, that's too early, David. David, that's too early. David, that's Meiwaku. David, that's too
It is
early.
Meiwaku. Know what else is Meiwaku? Not hitting record. But that's okay because
You're
I can
fine.
just pull it from YouTube.
Easy. But yeah, that's Meiwaku. You can't do that. You can't turn up a little too early. You can't be too early. You can't be too late. So I think everyone's leaving their house really early, being like, fuck, I got to get there early or I'm late. And then they arrive to the station they need to get to and they're like, I'm too early. But I'm not early enough that warrants me going to like Starbucks. I'm not early
Sure.
enough where I
Yeah,
can
yeah,
grab
yeah, yeah.
something, but I'm early enough if I walk slow, I can get there on time.
Right.
Well, on time, 15 minutes early. And there's just enough of these slow walkers in the
I can
crowd.
walk slow to get there 15 minutes early.
Yeah, because you can't get there 20
think of
minutes
that-
early.
Think of that sentence.
Yes.
That is just the most illogical bullshit.
Yes, because you can't get there 20 minutes early. That's too early.
That's
The
too
ear-
early.
it's too
Yeah,
early.
you can do that.
The earliest is like 15 minutes early is like, wow, this guy's really excited for this meeting. And 10 minutes is like, wow, this guy's on time. 5 minutes, wow, giddy giddy. That's like
Yep.
how it is. So like, there's enough of those slow walkers in the crowd that the whole crowd just slows down to like almost a grinding halt. It's
Okay,
terrible.
I'll give
Go
you
on.
another one
Give me
here.
another one.
Everything closes at 5 p.m.
Yeah, it does.
Why? I'm at work. If I need to go do government shit, the government shouldn't close at 5 p.m. when I leave work.
Do you want to hear my funniest fucking story? This is so the buildings that close at 5 p.m. aren't your restaurants, izakayas. It's like things you need to get done.
The bank.
The bank, immigration, any government building, the damn like city hall.
Yeah.
5 p.m. that shit's closed shut. So like, I was going to the bank and I was like, hey, I need to get this thing done. I have like an hour. So I go in, I'm like, hey, let's get this done. I only have an hour, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, oh, you need like document 5.2-27
Right,
katakana
yeah,
symbol
yeah.
for A. And I'm like, okay. It's like, how do I get that? You got to get it from your office. I'm like, fine. When do you close? We close at 5. And I'm like, okay, I don't finish work until 7. How is
the
this going
fuck
to... Yeah.
am I supposed to get here?
I'm like, how do I make this happen? So I'm talking to the bank clerk. I'm like, hey, how do I make this happen? Because you guys don't open on the weekend. Another thing. Just don't open on the weekend. You guys don't open on the weekend. You guys close at 5. How do I get here by 5 when I finish work at 7? Go. And the guy looks at me. He stares at me. He goes, could you ask your wife? My man looked at me and said, could you ask your wife? And I was like, wow. It's really...
Question.
Wow. Yeah.
Question. Now I have 3 questions.
Go on.
1. What makes you assume that I have a wife?
Here we are.
2. What makes you assume that my wife is free to do my taxes at the bank or whatever I'm doing?
She's probably busier than me. The fuck?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And 3.
Huh?
Yeah, like
Literally.
what?
Huh? That's the thing. Like, it's so, like, ingrained
But I
into
find the funniest
the
thing too is
psyche.
like people will be like, oh well, just take a day off, right? Okay,
Ooh.
fine. Okay, I'll take a day off. Here's the issue: is that work also frowns on you taking a day off.
That's true, yeah.
So it's like
That's
you're
true.
fucked either way.
You're right. No, I forgot about that. Yeah. Taking a day off in Japan, that's a big no-no. You can't be doing those. None of these. None of these. What do you slacker? You're not doing your mandated, not really mandated, but actually mandated 12 hours of overtime a day.
Yeah.
How are we gonna survive
How
as
will
this
society
company?
thrive?
Listen, we
and
gotta
the end drop.
we gotta dig
the
our
toilet.
way out of this recession, okay? And the only way to go up, as you guys know, is to dig down,
Keep going straight down.
gotta keep-
Eventually, you will come out the other side, and that is up.
and that is up. That's that's actually the Japanese economy when it comes to like economics. Here.
Yeah.
How far can we dig down before down is up? And everyone goes, let's keep trying till we find out. How much pension can we burn? Let's keep that power going.
Where's the point where we hit the gravity equilibrium and we just start floating?
Bro, we're trying to hit the core.
Yeah.
Let's-
I heard there's nickel down there. We can print more 1 yen coins.
we can open up a new tourist attraction. Come on, guys, let's hit the core.
Come to the nickel mine.
Come to the nickel mine. People will come. I guarantee if Japan open
Oh,
like a
there'll be a
they'll-
queue.
a queue, they open a nickel mine and then they'll make like a really cute nickel mine like mascot.
Oh yeah,
And they
he'll
just-
be
they
like
just-
just like a lump of like
A
metal
lump,
with
yeah.
like arms and legs.
Yeah. But it'll be weird. It'll be like a lump of metal and then like
His name would be like Nick-kun or something.
yeah, it'd be like Nickun, and everyone's like because nickel, and everyone's like,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah,
that's pretty
exactly
funny.
right.
And then eventually there'll be an anime about it, and then the weaves will come as well. And like, oh my god, did you watch fucking Niku
and
season
he
3?
just like he has friends that are other like
minerals,
things like he's like got like gold.
Golda-chan or fucking
Gold.
Golda-chan, definitely a girl. It's Gold.
His name would be like I don't know. They're like creatively bankrupt, so his
That's
name
true.
would be like Kintaro or something.
Oh fuck off, fuck you.
Kinin Gintaro.
Oh for fuck's sake! Oh, I hate.
But
No, yeah.
1,000% that is exactly what their names would be because
David.
people are creatively bankrupt.
David, I was really enjoying this idea, and you ruined it. You've ruined it. You've done the Japanese thing. You've ruined my idea.
Copper is just a policeman.
Shut up. And like that, I'm right back in it, David.
All
I'm
right.
right back in it. It was fucking sick. Oh, man. Fuck's sake. But no, that's how our weeks have been. Pretty chill. Glad you had a
Yep.
chill week. Hope you recover up, my guy.
Do you want my third last one that like
Oh, my God. Yes. What's the last one?
Um,
Forgive me.
Oh, this one personally pisses me off. I don't
Go
know
on.
if this pisses off anyone else.
Let's find out.
So you go into a restaurant,
Okay.
okay,
Go on.
and they give you a glass of water.
Oh,
Why
wait,
is-
wait.
okay.
Wait. And the glass of water is like 1 inch deep and half filled.
Yes,
Is that
100%.
it?
Yeah.
Oh my God,
I said,
yes.
why tiny glasses of water at restaurants?
Give me more
Why?
water, please.
And then
So
they have the
thirsty.
audacity to fill up that glass of water and walk away with the pitcher. Like I wasn't gonna finish this the second you turned around.
I once asked them for the picture.
I would too.
Because I was like, it was like midsummer. I was like really, really hot. And they had those like tiny little like 1-shot glasses of water. And I downed like 4 shots in like a minute. Like I drank mine, the person who I was there with. And then she came back, filled the glasses. I did the same thing again. And then she came back and I was like, can I just have the picture? I was like, can I have it? And she goes, yeah, sure. And just left us the picture. And I was like, thank fuck. And then I drank half the picture. Like it was, David. It was like
There you go.
1,000 degrees, 120% humidity. It felt like fucking Atlantis outside, David. I was dying. It was disgusting. And she's like, here are 3 drops of water. Get quenched. Like how?
The
Awful.
water at restaurants shocked me when I visited Japan. What was shocking about it? Just the size?
or the coldness. Was it the omotenashi? Is that what shocked them?
Yeah.
They were like, wow, so friendly.
Yeah. Oh fuck. I can't. I can't with that garbage. Like
I love how like my friends living in Japan, living in the UK currently. My Japanese friends living in the UK currently. I'm getting feedback on they have like tiny things that annoy them about the UK.
Yeah, it's a shot glass worth. I agree.
Yeah. It is. It's a shot glass of liquid, and that's it. You're done. Like it's awful. But my friends currently living in the UK, they're drip feeding me things that are currently annoying them about the UK, and I'm sitting here like, wow, these are like the reasons I left the UK.
Right.
Like some are
It's
great.
shit that I hate.
Bro, one killed me. So there's something called the Southeastern. There's a Southeastern train line. It's like the overground train network in the UK.
Yeah.
And for those who live in the UK, you know where this is going. David, the train says it's coming at 1:35. David, what time does that train arrive at the platform?
2,
4.
4.
4.
Because the person didn't get up to drive the train.
Yes, that's if the train even fucking arrives.
Right.
I spoke about the story recently with my friend in the UK. The train didn't arrive. It was like 1:35. I rushed to the station. I'm gonna catch this train back to London. Oh, I gotta go see my family. I get to the station. The train is not there. So I talked to I wait a little bit, and I'm like, oh man, this is wild. Let me talk to the conductor because he'll know what's going on. It's his job to know what the fuck is going on? So I go, sir, conductor, good sir, the train, it appears to be not here. When will it arrive? And he looks out the window to see, shockingly, there is no train on the platform. And he goes, oh yeah, it's not there.
Weird.
I'm like,
Huh.
mm-hmm. You think you would have heard it if it snuck up, you know? But fucking, when is the train gonna be? And he's like, not sure.
Yeah. I
Not
mean,
sure?
you will never hear me complain about the train system here being on time, because those motherfuckers, even if they're late, it's like a minute.
My train was a minute late, 2 minutes late when I left, but I somehow got here 3 minutes early.
Yeah. They make the time up somewhere. Mm.
I don't know how they do it. And listen, I don't care.
Right.
I'm not here trying to analyze the Japanese train system. I don't care. As long as it gets where I need to go early and or on time, I'm Gucci. That's why, like, the train will stop in the, it's like I'm on like the Chiro line. The Chiro line just stop randomly. Like, it'll be in the middle of like stations, will just stop. You'll be like, oh, sorry, someone's like killed themselves. Oh, sorry about that. Someone's like jumped onto the platform. We're scooping them out now. Give us like 20 minutes. And everyone's like, 20 minutes. I'm like, guys, it's a small price to pay for a 365-day-a-year, always-on-time train system.
It's true.
So when that happens, I'm like, guess I'm watching one more episode of this thing I'm currently watching on the train.
Right. So, I mean, hey, someone's got to feed the trains eventually, right?
Yeah. You got to feed the trains.
Like you said, it's the price you pay.
It's the price you honestly are. But it's been a... That's going to be an aggravating list to go through. This will be... That's a good
dude,
episode.
I stopped writing it, and I was at 28.
Jesus
things.
fucking...
Just me. 28.
Jesus fucking Christ. 28?
Yeah.
I feel like we're going to have very similar... This is going to be a very good tier episode. We'll have this.
Yeah.
This is going to be a good one. All right. We'll gather these. We'll gather these for another week or so, and then we'll like have a nice episode about it. This is going to be a long one. I feel like
What
I'm
else
going
did
to
I do this week? I'm trying to... Oh, I read JoJo.
Yes.
No, that's watching JoJo.
Fuck yeah, dude.
No, here,
Same
hang
thing.
on, one second.
Whenever anyone says JoJo, all I think is Joe. JoJo. What season are you reading? What
So I it was funny. Just one day I went to the because I was reading it online, and I read like the first like 2 chapters because that was all they had online.
Yeah.
And then one day I was just in 7-Eleven and I look over and there's one single last copy of the first volume.
Holy shit.
Of JoJo Lands.
What the fuck?
So this is the newest part 9? Part 10?
Yeah, part
What is
9,
this?
part 9.
It's weird.
Yeah, I've heard it's very weird.
So it takes place in America because Araki is a fucking Ameribu.
Do you know how I knew it was America? First page I
Police.
opened, yeah, it looked like
The police.
police. Yep.
Yeah.
Says Pearl Harbor on the side. Next page, guns.
It takes place in Hawaii, yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. Dun, dun, dun,
So,
dun, dun, dun.
yeah, it's weird in a way that I wasn't expecting. So, like, the main characters are siblings,
Okay.
and I was gonna say the brother. It's not the brother. The sister, who is trans, or maybe not. Like, they don't make that abundantly clear. So the character dresses like a woman and looks like a woman, and they refer to her like a woman, but they never actually say whether it's a woman or not. So I just assume it's they make it evidently clear that that character has a dick.
Ah, yeah. They're dropping hints like very early in as well.
Yes, but they don't ever specifically say. I don't remember. But Rohan shows up. So he's still around.
I love Rohan.
There's a cat with a fucking stand, so that's
Oh,
cool.
hell yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking 10 out of 10 manga already, bro.
So it's the cats. You know what? That's the thing that I always love about JoJo is that he's very creative about what the stand powers are.
Yeah.
So like the
No
cat.
spoilers.
The cat stand power
Go on.
is like choking you to death.
Oh, heck yeah.
So it's like
Fuck, is it called Cat's Got Your Tongue or some shit?
they haven't said what it is.
Oh, okay,
But it's
cool.
like literally like string shows up and this guy's like, huh, like weird. There's like this string wrapped around my arm, and all of a sudden it just like starts cutting his fucking hand off, and he's like, ah,
What the fuck? Man, I love JoJo. It's so interesting.
like tying up people's legs, and it's like slowly vicing their legs off, and it's like, oh, okay, that's neat.
You know, say what you want about my dude. He's got America down to a fucking science.
Oh, when the cops show up and immediately pull guns on them.
Yeah, because it's like first page. It's like, wow, Hawaii, and he goes, "Whoa, police!" By page like 4, police brutality.
Yep.
Because
Oh, he kills those cops.
yeah,
He
right.
No, he
I saw-
straight up kills them.
I was watching. I kept flicking till I got to the bit where hopefully the cops were killed, and then I went,
He kills them
excellent.
with his stand that shoots like acid rain or some shit.
But-
I don't know
yeah.
exactly what it does, but he fucking melts them.
Man, man's
So
man's,
far,
man's part of
enjoyable.
ACAB. Man's part of
And
ACAB.
this is like the first manga in Japanese that I've read like all the way through in a while.
It's good.
So like it's held my attention enough. I think like so I have like Yu Yu Hakusho over there,
Great.
and I
Mhm.
have like City Hunter and Hunter x Hunter.
City
Lots of
Hunter's
hunters.
good, yeah.
We're hunting.
We hunting.
We hunting. But like I just haven't been able to, for whatever reason, like it doesn't hold my attention to sit down and read them all the way through, which is weird.
It's-
Where I bought this and read the entire thing the same day.
I think it's because like you kind of know what the story's gonna be to some extent, and because you've read like
Maybe
Hunter
that's
x
my
Hunter
problem
before.
with One Piece too, where like I'm reading it very slowly because
Yeah.
I'm like, just give me Water 7. Like,
No.
just get me to this good part.
That was me watching the live action. Like I was like, I'm enjoying where the story is going,
Yeah.
but I don't care enough to continue watching it
Right.
because I'm like, I know what's gonna happen.
It's the live action is a little bit different.
It's a little bit different, but I feel like it wasn't different
Enough.
enough. Like, you know what I mean? Like I'm like this
To
is-
where you would be like, oh, what's gonna happen next?
Yeah,
Like, no, I kind of know.
I know what's gonna happen next. You're gonna hit the same. The role's gonna be a little wiggled in a weirder way,
Mm-hmm.
but we're going to the same point.
Right.
We're going to Reverse Mountain, and I know you're gonna get there, and I know no one's gonna suddenly die. You know what I mean?
Do
It's-
they bring the wind slicey dude who only showed up in the anime
into the
when they're going up Reverse Mountain? And there's like the dude with like he's got like the kama fruit or something, or like the wind
Oh!
and he like shoots the wind blades. And
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, yeah.
Like he's
Do it.
only in the anime.
do it. He's fucking sick. Do shit like that. Yeah, do cool
Is he gonna
stuff.
show up?
Yeah, he better.
Maybe.
Or give him a new power. Be like his new power is the fucking Onado fruit. I don't give a shit. Give him some kind of interesting power. Like
So I think yeah, it was today. I was watching Trash Station. They're talking about One Piece a little bit.
good man.
And they're like, do you think after or when One Piece finishes, because it's gonna finish soon? There's like an
Couple
arc
years, yeah.
left, right?
They're almost done.
It's gonna finish soon, in a couple of years.
Couple years in the grand in the
decade.
grand scheme of things.
the-
That's pretty soon.
So, do you think that they will do a spin-off a la Boruto, a la Dragon Ball Z, a la other shonen manga?
I mean, they could, and it would be equally as popular, I assume. But should they?
Okay, but like, so in this example though, right? Like
Mhm.
Boruto is not written by the
Kishimoto?
original
No.
by Kishimoto, right? So
And
like,
and that's why it's shit and no one watches
Yeah.
it. It's terrible.
yes. So what happened? Like, do you think? I don't think Oda would ever give up
No.
that to go.
No. Because Boruto is so bad that Kishimoto had to get re-involved to be like,
And they did a time skip to basically just be like, okay, we're like hard resetting it.
yeah,
Basically.
we're done here. Okay, sorry. Here you go. Now it's forward X amount of years.
I wonder, right? Like,
Shit, yeah.
because they were talking about like, they're kind of like anime Mount Rushmore or whatever. And like, I don't want to retread their own topics because if you really want to watch it, you can watch it there. But like,
Yeah.
to me, it's really weird how popular something like Dragon Ball is.
How so? It's fighting men.
Sure, but like Dragon Ball, in my opinion, as a person who has seen Dragon Ball and
Dragon
Z and GT
all
all the way through,
Gotta watch all of them.
Dragon Ball fucking sucks
Yeah.
compared to most shonen anything.
To be fair, like
It's fucking boring.
Dragon Ball.
Yes.
Yeah, not a lot happens.
Because it is literally only fighting at some point.
Yep.
Which fine,
But,
like okay, if I wanted to watch a dick measuring contest, like I would just go find one, right?
Yeah,
Like, it's literally all it is.
watch the Yo Boy extend. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
It
exactly.
is what it is.
Watch
But-
extend.
Got him.
That thing went to the moon once.
Went to the fucking moon.
You ever see that episode of Dragon Ball?
Yeah, I did. It's fucking weird. I think that's the thing about like a Dragon Ball. I think a
Yeah.
big part of it is nostalgia. People do have
Mm-hmm.
nostalgia over watching like the show when they were little. So even today they're like, "Oh, it's my favorite. It's one of my favorite animes of all time." Blah blah blah. But the question is like, does it hold up? If you went back to it and rewatched it, would it hold up? You Hug Show, shit holds up.
I think people go back to it and still love Dragon Ball, but like, yeah, I compared
Yeah.
to I was gonna say compared to something like Sailor Moon, because I'm a fucking Sailor Moon stan.
Good man. Good man.
But even Sailor Moon has a overarching plot, and I guess Dragon Ball does too. But Dragon Ball's plot is like so paper thin.
Dragon Ball's plot is villain of the week, basically.
Kind of.
Yeah, it's we got to get strong to fight the next villain of the week, and then along the way we make friends, and then it's like
Demon
Super
Slayer is the same thing.
Saiyan.
Demon Slayer at least has a story.
Yeah, similar, but there's a story. There's at least an underarching theme of like I'm doing this to save my sister who got turned into a demon.
Right.
And here are
What
some-
like Goku's whole fucking deal is like, don't blow my planet up.
even that, like Goku's whole thing is like I'm gonna beat you up.
Yeah, because I want to be like
Yeah.
he does that. I don't want you to blow my planet up because I still need to stand here
Yeah.
to be able to fight people.
Yeah, I need to
it's
stand on this
ancillary
planet.
to what he actually cares
Literally,
about.
yeah. Cause like there's a really funny video I saw where this guy was like, he's like every basically strong villain is like, oh, I've come to your planet to like, blow it up, and Goku's like, fuck you, and catch these hands. He's like, no, I'm
just gonna blow it
just gonna
up.
blow up your planet. And he's like, what? You fucking little bitch, you can't fight me.
Yeah,
It's
it
like,
never
what the? Like,
it never made sense to me because in like in Dragon Ball when
Yeah.
Frieza comes to Earth
Mhm.
and he's like, oh, I'm gonna blow the planet up.
Sick, yeah.
It is well known in Dragon Ball lore that he can just do that from space. So why didn't he just fucking do that?
Because the bands.
I agree, Dan. I feel like people who stand Dragon Ball have not watched other anime.
Yeah, a little bit.
Just
No,
to some
yeah.
extent,
No,
yeah.
yeah, you're right. There's only one Dragon Ball take that, in hearing it, I'll go, okay, you are a true Dragon Ball fan, and nothing else will prove you wrong. And that's when we're talking about the whole Dragon Ball world, that's Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball GT.
Yeah.
The only point I want anyone to make is the theme song for Dragon Ball GT fucking kicked ass. It was so good.
In
Another time and place. So good. So
Yeah.
fucking good.
See, and like we both immediately
Straight
knew
away.
the entire, and not even because that's like not even the first lyric in
Nope.
the song.
No.
Yeah.
But
But we immediately started at that
Bro,
point.
it's so good. Fuck me, dude.
Yeah.
Gotta save the world.
Oh, dude, yeah.
With all my friends.
Didn't
What
they-
a great song.
What's the Japanese theme for GT2 is as a fucking banger?
It's good.
I
I remember
what
it's
what is
fucking
it?
good. We're gonna get fucking copyrighted.
No, I'm not gonna play it.
Don't worry, I was gonna.
I just wanna see what the name is because I know that the name will immediately.
I remember.
Dan Dan.
Dan. I got it. Dan Dan.
Dan. Yeah.
Dan Dan. Kokoro ne- I forgot the entire lyrics, but it's pretty good.
Yeah. That
Oh, that's a great song as well.
great song.
Say what you will about Dragon Ball GT, Z, Superhero, Super Broly.
Super fucking
The
garbage.
theme songs are great though,
Sure.
and I won't take anything else. Super's fun. Super's basically just we fight now.
Yeah. I mean the entire series is just like
It's fun.
that tournament arc.
It's a very Dragon Ball for me is a very good. Turn your brain off. Watch this show.
Sure. Yeah.
Pretty much. It's good. But anyway, enough about anime.
Mm.
Want to talk about the things we're doing this week?
Doing this week?
Sorry, what we had done last
We
week.
had done
I should say.
last 2
Oh
weeks.
my god, yeah. So I went on a lot of traveling. I went to Yamagata. Oh wait, fuck. Before we jump into that, David, do you want to do the mid?
Sure, I can. I like get it out of the way, and then we can just go.
Yeah,
go
exactly. It's about 30 minutes
Sure,
in.
Yeah.
So before we dive into talking about the random prefectures I visited over the past, it's October.
it is. Oh, wrong ad. Where is it? It's somewhere.
We'll get there, you're fine. But yeah, before we jump
There it
into the random locations I went to during my last 2 weeks,
I almost played the intro again. By
You're
hitting the
good.
Wrong button.
let's have a quick cross motion from another podcast on the network, and then we'll jump straight back into it, guys. See you in like 30 seconds.
In today's age, you need a podcast you can trust. That's why you need Hair of the Dogcast. Entertaining and well-informed discussions on both video games and beer. Meet our local podcast team. Dylan,
I'm out here on the street, Brad, and everyone's clamoring for better podcasts.
our new rookie correspondent, Tyler.
I play The Witcher.
And I'm Brad, and I'm slowly learning to hate myself in video games. And Dylan's reporting to us live from Kingdom Hearts 3.
There's a lot of Frozen here. Too much Frozen.
Hair of the Dogcast is a podcast you can trust. On your favorite podcast app every Wednesday, or whenever I decide to post it. Only on the Tokyo Beat Podcast Network.
We are back.
Welcome back.
All right, where'd you been?
I went to Yamagata.
Okay.
Yamagata was the last region in Tohoku, that I had not visited yet.
Oh, really? You hadn't been to... Even I had been to Yamagata, and you were, like, way more traveled than I
Because
am. so
Yamagata just doesn't hire people to promote their shit. So there was no
I guess
reason to
that's
go
true.
there.
Yeah, they're... Yeah.
Bro, okay. Real quick about Yamagata. So I've never been there. I've heard about it. I've seen it. There are certain places I wanted to visit in Yamagata.
Yeah.
But it was very hard to make like a concise list of locations I wanted to go to, just because Yamagata is weirdly... It doesn't really promote itself well, I want to say. Like,
Okay.
before I went there, I was like, where the fuck do we go here?
Question.
Go on.
What is Yamagata's, like... like regional specialty food thing? Because everywhere has one.
Like cherries, you mean? What do you mean?
I don't know.
Pears? They got La France or whatever.
La France? No, that's French. What are you
Oh, there are... No, it's like pears.
talking about?
I know. I forgot what it was. We ate it. They have ramen's popular there, and then there's they have like this. Oh man, I forgot your omiyage at home. I'll bring it next week.
You're right though. It is cherries.
Yeah, cherries is really popular there,
And
then,
La France pears.
Yep, La France pears.
Yonezawa beef.
Yeah, I had that. It was pretty
I
good.
don't know what imoni is.
Imoni? Is that the mountain potato?
It's got emo in it.
That's
so
what
it
I'm
must
thinking.
be-
That's what I'm thinking.
Imoni is one of the I was gonna say is one of the best. That's not what's written here. It just says imoni is one of the dishes to try. Not even one of the best, just one.
Just one of them. Just go give it a go.
This dish is a simmer dish that consists of taro potatoes, beef, and fish in a soy sauce based broth.
Told you.
Ew.
Sounds sticky.
Yamagata get better marketing.
Gotta get better marketing.
Oh, Dan, you're always on it.
Nah, it's true they do though. So like, going up to Yamagata was interesting because Yamagata doesn't set itself up to succeed very
As a
well.
tourist place.
Yeah, as a tourist place, as a tourist destination, but also as just like as a whole. For example, when you're going into Yamagata,
Yeah.
from Tokyo, how do you get there?
We went to Sendai and then went up through Sendai.
Ooh, Shinkansen.
Yeah, because we Shinkansen to Sendai, and then in Sendai we went to like all the like islands out
That's
on the.
nice.
I
Yeah,
forget what it's called. Like, I was gonna say Miyajima, but that's not. What
that's
it's
like
called.
yeah.
But yeah, it's like Miyagi area type thing.
That's nice.
And then we did like a day trip out to because there's a train that goes
There is.
from Sendai station all the way to Yamadera,
Yeah.
so you can
Ooh,
just
you're right. Yeah,
one
straight down there.
one straight.
It's
thing
really
there.
nice, yeah. So the problem is I took the Shinkansen from Tokyo straight to Yamagata. Now, there's a problem here. Because you get to, I believe it's either Fukushima? Yes, and the trains split. And one train goes up to like Sendai or whatever,
Yep.
and the other starts going towards Yamagata. Now here's the problem. You're paying Shinkansen prices. And on the Shinkansen train, where you're sitting and you're paid for a Shinkansen seat, there are no free seats. There's no Jiyuseki. There's only reserved seats. You got to pay. And this train is moving as fucking slowly as a local train.
Why?
Because it's like swerving through like
Oh,
mountain
because
paths.
it's gotta go through all the mountain stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's got to go through all this like mountain railroads. So once you get to Fukushima, your train just becomes a local train. But you're paying Shinkansen prices.
That's kind of why we went to, because there's stuff to see in Sendai, and then
Yeah.
just take a local express train out to.
I think
there.
that's
I
the
think
way to
that's
do it.
probably the way to do it.
That's honestly the way to do it because like going from Fukushima to Yamagata, that is like the slowest part of the trip, and it also takes the longest.
Which is weird too, because like you wouldn't think that there'd be that many stations that the Shinkansen
No.
can stop at, right?
There's not
So
even that many
Why is
stations
it going so slow?
because it can't go fast.
Right.
It's just twisty mountain
Right,
roads.
because it's gotta cut through the mountains. Whereas like you could probably go faster to somewhere like Aomori because it just follows the coastline, right?
Yep.
There's like not as many mountains there, so they can just build it flat and
Straightforward,
straight. 'Cause,
yeah.
like, I remember when we went to Aomori, and I think like I woke up on the Shinkansen like closer to maybe like not Akita, but like the opposite side. What's the opposite of Akita?
Sendai?
No.
Miyagata? Ooh, my geography.
Something starts with me.
Oh no, my international school teacher's gonna have a fucking
As a
panic
man
attack.
as a guy who
Iwate?
studied fucking Japanese history. Yeah, like Iwate, like the
Iwate.
northern area.
Yeah,
closer
yeah,
to,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
close to like Morioka, like that
Yep.
kind of area in,
Oh,
in
yes.
Iwate.
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
It's just flat. Like all of that is kind of just like rice field paddy
just
type
zoom.
areas. So you just
Whew, it's fucking beautiful, dude.
Yeah.
But the second you pass over to like Akita or you're down in like Yamagata, even like as far down as like Niigata almost, like that train going down from Aomori, like sort of straight down to Tokyo through those areas, it's really fucking slow. Because it can't go any quicker. So like going into Yamagata, I'm like, oh wow, this is a fucking shag. Because this is moving fucking slowly and I'm falling asleep. I would like to get there today, please. But it's fine. You're going to get there the time that it's like written on your ticket.
Yeah.
So no worries. You're not going to get there any later. But it's just very slow. But then you get there and I got to Yamagata and we started in the city. And you know what? It's a nice fucking city.
the city of Yamagata.
The city of Yamagata. It's a very
It's
nice
like
city.
like Yamagata is kind of like a weird city area because like Yamagata and Tendo and
Mhm.
Hagashine are all just like they're different cities,
Yep.
but they're all like inside a mountain valley, so they're all just kind of like connected. It's like one
Yeah.
really long city that never
It's
ends,
very cool,
right?
yeah. So driving up that city or running up the city, it's very interesting to watch because like the cityscape will change as you go, but it still feels like just one long city. It's really interesting. So the city itself I found really nice. There's like a lot of interesting food there, a lot of like cool people to talk to. Some very interesting like nightlife establishments there as well. Like they've got like cool bars. Not any clubs that I saw, but if you wanted to go there to like drink and hang out, you could very easily do that too. I think it's still a pretty popular tourist destination for like domestic travel as well. Because when we got there and it was very like packed, not packed, but like there were clearly like a lot of tourists there
Where is this specifically?
in Yamagata Station.
Okay,
Like
yeah,
around
yeah.
like the main city basically. One thing though, bro, there is there are like no hotels around there.
Oh,
It's like
really?
there's like 5-6 hotels
Huh.
max, like near the station. Like I don't think it is as big as a tourist location as it once was, but it's like there's like nothing there. Oh, and also remember we went to like Aomori,
Yeah.
and you were like, wow, this city gets a lot of snow, and you could tell because you were like, oh, the paint's peeling, and like they didn't repaint it because there's no point
Yeah.
because the paint's gonna like peel when the snow comes anyway.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, there's cracks in the road,
Yep.
and they're just gonna be fucked up, and
Yep.
I could smell that it was gonna snow.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was Yamagata. Same thing. Like I got there and I was like, this is very much the exact
It's a
same
mountain
city.
town.
Yes, a mountain town. Like you can tell this place gets a shitload of snow. And one, I've realized very big like marker that a city's gonna get a shit ton of snow is that it's like double doors outside all the convenience stores. So there's like one set of door that is like a big like barrier thing,
Yeah.
which opens up to another set of doors. So when it's snowing, yeah.
Yeah. So like, there's like a containment area for all your dirty, fucking gross.
Yeah,
boots. Yes,
exactly.
That it's funny you mentioned that because in Canada it's the exact same thing. There's always an area with like a rug or something
Yep.
in between two automatic doors,
Every single time, yeah. And also it stops like the wind, like just blasting
blowing in
snow into
every
your...
time you open the door.
Exactly, yeah. So
Yep.
there was like a lot of that as well, like in Yamagata station, but also more out towards like the countryside, like a ton of like double door places and like shit like that. But it was nice, honestly. But you went to Yamagata, you went to Yamadera.
Yes.
Let's talk about Yamadera.
Let's talk about Yamadera.
It's very
Yamadera is
nice.
super nice. I actually want to bring up I'll bring up some
Bring it
pictures
up.
of Yamadera.
Jamie, can you bring some Yamadera for me?
Sure can.
I
Oh,
love
this is a
Yamadera.
nice photo in like.
let me open the stream so I can see as well. I do like it.
I'll just bring up the thing. Just give me a second. Give me a second. I don't know what I'm doing.
Have you lost the thing?
No, I haven't, but I'll figure it out.
David, when did you go Yamagata? Was it a while ago now?
It was that might have been.
It
I think it
was-
was actually like almost right after. I think it was like the week or 2 weeks after we went to Aomori.
You fucking serious?
Yeah, because
You
I still
legend.
had the Shinkansen ticket,
That's right. Yes, it was.
so I could just
It
go.
it literally was. Yeah, it was like a few days after. Cause I remember you zoomed back up basically.
Yeah, because I went with Chihiro
Ah,
afterward.
Dude, fuck yeah, man.
So there you go.
I kind of want to go. I'm kind of done with Tohoku. Not sorry. That's bad to say. I'm not done with
I'm
Tohoku.
done with Tohoku.
I
Fuck them.
apologize. I'm not done with Tohoku. I like Tohoku, but I've now visited all the areas in Tohoku, and now I'm thinking about like completing the rest of my like Japan map
I got
basically.
you. Okay, yeah.
But I only have a few left. I only have while you're looking at photos, let me tell you how many places I have left. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, yes, 8 places left. I need to go to Shiga Prefecture, which has,
Ooh.
as we know, nothing but hot air balloons. Totori, sand.
Yeah.
Miyazaki,
It's weird. A desert.
yeah,
Yeah.
I know.
That's odd.
That's it. So it has
Weird.
Miyazaki, which I've heard has amazing shit there, and everyone's like, "Why haven't you gone yet?" Very upset about that.
Mhm.
Yamaguchi has a shrine. Shimane, no idea. Saga,
Man, this place is beautiful in the fall. Like these pictures are really nice.
Yamadera, it's amazing. And then Saga, Fukui, and Kagoshima. All the places I need to go left. I'm almost done.
Where is this? This isn't at the top. This must be at the bottom somewhere.
Where are you looking, David?
Oh shit! This snow picture is amazing.
Ooh, that's at the top. That's not the top, but that's
It's close to the top.
it's like
Yeah, this is kind of like this shot here that I'm
Yeah.
showing now is kind of like the famous.
yeah.
you
I
know,
went there.
Shot.
I literally went
Yeah,
there. That could be my photo.
Yep. Yeah, that could be my photo too.
Dude.
I have almost the exact same one.
Literally beautiful. I have just photos of me being stupid. on
This
the
is
map,
nice too.
basically.
Like the climb up too is actually quite.
It
nice.
was really nice, honestly. For those who don't know, Yamadera is known for. How do I explain it?
Was it finished construction? Because when I went there, they were like repairing shit.
It's finished.
It's finished. Okay.
It's open
that's
for
good.
business.
Maybe I should go again.
Go in, it's really good. So for those who don't know, Yamadera is based like this very interesting
Fuck,
mountain.
That's such a nice picture.
Mountain temple where basically you get to the mountain and it's like a classic, Japanese mountain town, old school Edo period looking house everywhere. You can buy like your senbei, your snacks, your omiyage, etc., etc. And then when you get to the main temple bit, this is a warning. You go up some stairs and there's like a few temples, like 2 temples dotted around. One's like not a Shinto, a Buddhist temple. So because a Buddhist temple,
Yeah.
no clapping, you just bow. And then as you go in, there's like another, like a Shintoist temple. Then you follow the sort of path along, and then you get to the opening that's going to get you to the main temple on top of a mountain.
Right. So you can see, I can point it out in this picture.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So like from here down here, there's like a path that like runs up in the trees here, and then it comes up to here, and then there's like this main building here with the orange, red, like clay colored roof.
Yeah.
You go up some stairs, and then there's like a big building there. You can go left, which takes you to this one here on the on like the mountainside. It's got like the tiny little red pagoda
Yeah.
on like the big like mountain thing. And then beside this there's like a lookout tower type
There is.
deal. You could go
It's easy
up
to get to.
the things. I don't think there's any other pictures that show that big lookout
There's not much.
tower.
I've
Oh, here it is. This is the big
There you
lookout tower.
That's the
it's
one.
it's cool. Like,
It's nice,
It's
honestly.
super nice to look out.
For those who are, because I know a lot of our listeners are listening only. So for our listeners, it's basically there's like a big, as you get to like the entry of the temple place. Once you pay your money to get in, it's basically a hike. So this needs to be said. It's a fucking hike, and it's all stairs. It's,
yeah,
it's a
good luck.
big, stairy fucking.
Hope you
hike.
like walking.
Bro, I didn't realize what kind of a hike this was, and you're just hiking for like maybe an hour. It's a pretty not crazy hike, but it's a hike nonetheless. And once you get to the top, it's pretty flat. It's pretty nice. Like the views are pretty intense. For those like following me on Instagram, when I was in Yamagata and I posted the photo of like you could see like the village and like the trees and stuff. I know a lot of listeners also follow me on Instagram, but that view was from like the watchtower right at the top of the temple. It's honestly, I would say if you're gonna go to Yamagata, you gotta go Yamadera. I think it's like
It's really nice.
it's really nice. I think I agree with David. I would go to Sendai, and then I would take the train across to Yamadera.
as
to
like it's like a day trip. I could say like
It's
if you
nice,
leave
honestly, yeah.
really early.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
like,
yeah,
like
yeah.
not even like first train, but maybe first train.
Mm.
You probably get there at like I don't know, 8 or 9 a.m.
Yeah.
and then do what you need to do there. Spend like till like lunchtime, eat lunch there, go back to Sendai, and then you have like the entire afternoon or night to
Those are really nice.
do what you need to do.
Did you eat lunch there?
Yes, I did.
Did you have? Do you remember what you had?
You know what?
Go on.
I remember her specifically because she's this fucking old lady. There's old ladies. You know, so you cross a bridge over the river to get to
Yeah.
like the stairs, right? On the
Yes.
station side,
Yeah.
which is like before the temple
Mhm.
side. There's just like this old like group of like old bachang there selling fruit, and like it was like the
Ooh.
biggest fucking like peach I'd ever
Oh, you
seen.
have to get it. Yeah.
And we bought it, and I ate that peach, and I was good like the rest of the day. And it was like
Yeah.
200 yen.
Yeah. That's it. Bro, Yamagata is. You want to get some really good fruit? go to Yamagata.
Yeah.
We went to an all-you-can-eat grape farm.
I saw that. That was neat. I wondered.
Fucking
I was like,
sick.
I thought you were like a winery.
Nope.
Or like, I didn't know what the fuck that was.
Did I tell you how much that cost?
No.
I'll break it down for you guys. So there's an all-you-can-eat grape farm in the area of Yamadera, and it's basically an old woman. She's on her farm. We booked it online, and we get there, and the woman's like, we have like barely any customers there really. The season's like almost coming to an end, but there's a shit ton of grapes still. So she's like, normally what happens is that you pick yourself a bunch of grapes, you eat the bunch, then you pick yourself another bunch, and you eat that bunch too, and you have a good time, you know. And if you don't finish all your grapes, we'll ask you to like pay for the grapes so you can take them home, the ones you don't finish eating, which makes sense. And you're paying like Yamagata prices, so it's like, hey, you picked like 4 bunches and you only ate 2. Could you please pay for the other 2 that you have left to take them home? And it's like, that'll cost you like, I don't know, pay like 2,000 yen. I don't know, something like that. I don't know how much it'll be exactly. But the woman was like, nah, season's coming to an end, you know, don't worry about picking bunches. Just, you know, take a couple here and there, enjoy the grapes. She's like, the ones that aren't covered in paper, you can just pick from those. And the ones that are, just, you know, cut the entire bunch down. So we had like 2.5 bunches of grapes, basically. David, I paid 1,000 yen.
Wow, that's fucking good.
Yeah,
That's
I paid
cheap.
1,000 yen for like
From like off the vine.
Yep.
Like could not be any more fresh. Was still connected to the plant.
off the vine, couldn't be fresher, like 7 different types of grapes on this farm. And you think to yourself, I'd get bored of grapes eventually. No. These grapes
Lots
are
of different grapes.
fucking delicious. I found this one type of grape. I don't know what it was. I would eat that shit for days.
Yeah.
We went around, we tried every grape, and I was like, back to the purple ones.
Ah,
Those are the ones.
I'm not really a grape fan. to be
Neither am
honest.
I. That's why I was so surprised. Like, I'm not. I'm
Was
not a
it
lover
like
of grapes.
okay? Hang on.
Go on.
Because I've found this recently. You know how like back home you'd get like a grape flavored thing and you'd eat it and you're like,
Yeah.
this doesn't taste like any of the actual grapes I've ever eaten.
Yeah.
There's grapes in Japan that taste exactly like that fake grape flavor.
That's
and
what
I'm
I
like,
found.
What the fuck is this?
I found it.
Yeah.
Those are the ones I couldn't get enough of.
Like the dark purple ones?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like the actual, like when you see grapes on packaging and they're like, it's grape flavored.
And it's
then
actually, yeah.
you go and buy grapes and you're like, these don't taste like the grape flavored stuff that I eat. No,
Those
yeah,
grapes-
it actually tastes like the.
Those grapes are delicious.
Yeah.
Like
fucking
the
good.
fresh version of that grape flavor grape is crazy good.
Yeah, it's
even
super
yeah,
good.
It's so good. It's better than the grape flavor shit because it doesn't have that artificial twang to it.
Right.
So fucking good.
Yeah, like I can buy them at the 7-Eleven near
Oh,
my house.
swear?
They just had like, because I think they must get like some kind of like farmer to like sell them produce to.
I think so,
to do
yeah.
Whatever. But yeah, like
good
Chiro
deal.
just bought them one day. I'm like, oh, you bought grapes, and I ate one. And I was like, what the fuck? Like this is
Yeah.
like the best grape I've ever
Yeah.
eaten.
Yeah.
How?
Yeah, Japan does that. A lot of people, especially like on Reddit online, people will complain about like the fruit prices in Japan, which rightfully so, it's fucking expensive. It makes sense, you know. Japan gives like agricultural subsidies to people growing things like rice rather than things like wheat and fruit. So most farmers will grow rice and grain because they'll make more money from it than growing fruit. If you're growing fruit, it then becomes like a weird artisanal high quality product. So like people just aren't growing as much because it's harder and you don't get as many subsidies, which is why the fruit in Japan is so expensive. That was a very quick lesson in it. But in saying that, a lot of people complain about how expensive the fruit is in Japan, which I get, but you'll eat some of like the most delicious fruit you'll ever have in your entire life here. Like the fruit here is really, really good.
Yeah, it's surprisingly good. Like
Yeah.
strawberries are expensive, but they're good.
I don't like them, but yeah,
Cherries
I don't like
are
pretty good.
honestly, I like American cherries more.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah, me too.
They're still good.
They're very good, yeah. But there's one thing that Japan does very, very well. That's like the peaches here go incredibly hard. Like people are always like, they're so good. People are like, oh, Japanese strawberries. I'm like, no. Peaches.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck about
I don't give a-
strawberries. Whatever,
I've
give a shit.
tasted like some of the most delicious strawberries in my life in Japan, and I'm like, I still don't really care,
Listen, I could eat a peach for days.
bro. For days, so fucking good.
Yep. Yeah,
Oof.
they're fucking amazing.
I want peach now, dude. Fuck me, they're so fucking Jesus Christ. Anyway,
It's a shame that there is no generic peach guy that just sells peaches outside of my station.
I
like
have a
there was with the
melon
last
guy,
one.
but I don't have a fucking
no
peach
peach
guy.
guy.
fucking upsetting, dude. I'm gonna find myself a peach guy. I have a green grocer near my house now, and they will sell me peaches eventually. You gotta be patient, David. You just gotta be patient. But no, that's the entire thing of the mountain. It's really, really nice. I ended up having lunch at a soba place, David. These soba places, yeah.
Yeah.
So me and Yamagata were like, let's get a light lunch, okay? Let's get a light lunch of soba, maybe some like mountain tempura. We'll call it a day, you know?
Okay,
Something light.
Can you explain what mountain tempura is?
Forgive
Because
me.
like people probably
point.
might not 100% know what that is.
So I assume you guys know what tempura is. Tempura is basically like vegetables and such, or like fruit or leaves dipped in a very sort of thin batter. And then
with
fried
panko.
at... Yeah, panko ones. Oh, this is not panko. This is like just the thin batter.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Tempura, and then like fried at like a high heat, and it creates like a nice little like crispy layer outside like the thing you're frying basically. It's delicious, but mountain tempura is the same thing, but it has like, you find it mostly in like countryside areas, and it has a lot of like mountain vegetables, or like there'll be like a mountain potato that's been deep fried, and like chestnuts, or there'll be like, what did mine had? Mine had like sweet potato. There's always ebi, there's always like a big shrimp for some reason, and like we had like shiso, shitake, etc. It's like a lot of like,
shiso.
but it was delicious, honestly. But so we go there, and I was like, I'll have the soba, and I will get like one person size of like tempura, and that'll be to share. Easy, done, job done. So we're waiting, we're hanging out, we're talking. Guy comes out, old man. Wife also comes out, you know, saying their hellos. Here's your food, enjoy. They put down in front of me the biggest portion of soba I've ever seen in my life, David. And these boys were thick.
Oh, is
Yama-
it like the udon style soba?
Bro,
like
it was
the really thick ones.
Yes, it was between like fucking soba and udon. These were thick buckwheat soba noodles. Were they delicious? Fuck yeah. So good. But I expected a light lunch, David. These were thick fucking boys. So she brings out these bowls, and we're both just like, wow, that's a healthy amount of soba. She then brings down what's called Yamagata miso. Now, Yamagata miso is not the miso you're thinking about. So I have some in my fridge at home. I'll bring it next week.
Did I eat Yamagata miso?
Yamagata miso is basically, they take, I'm gonna remember the entire ingredients. Something slimy. What's the slimy vegetable? Okra. It's like okra, shiso, cucumber, soy, like something else, and they mix up, and it creates this weird, like sticky, like slimy, chopped up paste thing. Not paste, like a chunky side dipping thing. It's really hard to explain, but they serve that, and I hate slimy things. So I'm like, yuck, not eating that. But everyone's like, you'll give it a go. It's actually really good. David, I take one bite, fucking delicious. It's like refreshing. It's like cooling. It's flavorful. It just, the texture just looks.
I mean, miso in general is just like
Delicious.
good.
But it looks nothing like miso. That's the problem. Like, look up Yamagata miso so you can see what I'm talking about, David. It is nothing you expect. Anyway, while David's looking up Yamagata miso, I'll finish what I was saying. But yeah, so we eating soba. As we're eating the soba, the guy brings out like tempura. And for those who don't know, if you live in the countryside, especially like for an old person's like restaurant, they will like
It just
pummel
looks
you.
like miso. Like,
Let me see.
I mean, it just looks like miso. I don't.
What are you talking about?
Okay, it is kind of like a little bit more
Wait, hold on.
slimy.
Yamagata miso. David, it looks like miso.
It looks like miso. I don't know.
Hold on. Am I saying the wrong thing?
Oh, maybe this is just made in Yamagata.
Yeah, I think so. Hold on.
Let me go to the
Yamagata famous food. Maybe it's not called miso. What is it called then? I'm pretty sure it's called like... man, I hate when I fuck up the name of... I just found it. Hold on. It is called... There's imoni. Is it imoni? Is the big stew thing? And then... forgive me. Not miso. Go on. Not miso. Dashi.
Dash.
I fucked up. Not miso. It's the other one. It's dashi. Yamagata dashi. Forgive me, my boys. Yamagata dashi. My mistake. Not miso.
What the fuck?
There we go. That's what I expected. That's
It
Yamagata
looks like
dashi.
chopped up like veggies.
Yes.
Like pickles and shit.
Yes, and it is.
Okay, maybe I can get down with this because I think regular dashi is just fucking trash.
I have a little tube of this in my house. Should I bring it next week?
yeah.
I
I'll try
also
some.
got you rice from Yamagata, and I left it in my house
Oh, I
because I'm an
just-
idiot.
We just bought like a whole. Like,
Did you
5
fucking
kilograms
really?
of rice.
I
Yeah.
got you a little square thing of rice.
Excellent. Well, I mean, hey, I'm gonna eat it.
Would
Don't get me
do-
wrong.
You can choose. Do you want the Yamagata dashi or do you want the rice?
I definitely want the dashi more than rice. Rice is rice.
I'll give you the dashi.
Okay.
You can have the dashi. I'll bring it next week. All right, job done. Easy clap. Because I also want the rice. I wanted both. Because
Oh, well, there you go.
they're both delicious. Anyway, I digress. But this man brings out like the tempura, and I ordered a 1-person tempura set, and he puts it down, and it is enough for 3 to 4 people.
Holy shit.
It
Yeah,
is-
that happens a lot. I feel like in more Inaka areas,
How wild is that?
it's a lot of food.
It's a lot of food, and I'm not that hungry.
but it's light though, so it doesn't
was
feel
light,
like
yeah.
you're eating a lot.
It was really, really light. But what got me was that, so all this food comes, we're like, wow, okay, let's eat this. We got to go to, like, the great picking thing after this. So we're eating through all this food. We're basically done, we're just finishing off, like, the last tempura. And as we're finishing this tempura, the guy brings out, like, boiled chestnuts. And he's like, oh, it's dessert. And I'm
Kuri.
like, yeah, kuri.
Oh.
I'm like, I love chestnuts. Delicious. Bring them
Me
over
too.
here.
I like them as
So
well.
I'm eating these chestnuts, having a good time. Then I'm full now. At this stage, I'm like 90% full.
No more food.
No
I
more
will
food
die.
for me. And from the kitchen, the old man shouts out, "Hey guys, you guys need some more soba?" And we're like, "No. How dare you threaten me from the kitchen? How dare you mock me from the confines of your house? Like, no. No, 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 no. I am full. Please do not feed me anymore." We're like, "No, we're good. We're fine. Thank you. Thanks so much. Thank you. Please don't kill me, basically."
Yeah.
So then we finish our meal. We're getting the receipt. Guy comes out. I love this old man because you can tell he does this job for like the love of the game. Because the restaurant reviews are also like all 5 stars. It's like
Yeah.
amazing guy, so da 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 da. Guy comes out and he goes, "How was the meal?" He goes, "Great. We'll take the bill. We're gonna go like great picking." And he goes, "Okay. What'd you guys have again?" David, we are the only 2 customers in the store.
Yeah.
There's no one. It's off season.
Ah.
There's no one else here. What'd you guys have again? He's like, "Oh, that's right. Yeah, you guys are like 2 sobas, right?" And he's pointing at like the 500 things on the menu. We're like, no, we didn't know. I ordered like something that cost like 1,600 yen. I ordered like the tempura set.
Right.
She ordered like the soba set. My guy, get on your finances. What are you
Dude, just getting taken advantage of by everyone who shows up.
Dude, it's just straight chilling. I don't think he cares. That's the thing. Like, he didn't really.
That as a business owner, that doesn't seem like a good plan, but sure.
I think his overheads are just like so fucking crazy. He's like,
Right.
whatever, man. He's like, one thing of this like handmade soba is like 20 yen.
right,
like-
yeah, for him to make, and then
Yeah,
he
yeah.
sells it for like 500, right?
Literally, yeah. So he's like, "Pfft, I don't give a shit." I kind of think that's like the countryside, like, I own a restaurant, I want to get people full as fuck mentality. It's just like, as long as y'all leave here feeling full, my job is done.
Yep.
And like everything else, like an afterthought. So like the bill, whatever. Did you
Yeah.
pay? I don't get it. Are you full? The most important thing.
Mm.
Because even as we're like finishing up, he never like wrote anything down. Never like brought us the receipt. Never brought us anything. It was just like food.
Right.
Here's fucking noodles. Here's like tempura. Here's kuri. You guys want some water? Just some snacks. We're like, bro, I'm not your grandson, but that's what it is. I think that really put like a wow. How can we put this out? Already, I liked Yamagata up to that stage,
Yeah.
and then meeting these people, I was like, Yamagata is just full of nice people, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Like, just full of nice people.
Yep.
Like, you hear stories about you go to the countryside, especially as a foreigner, and everyone's like staring, or people are like, oh, it's fucking, what is this random fucking international doing here in these ends, you know?
Mm.
And I went to Yamagata and I was like, yo, everyone's just chill here.
Yep.
Like, everyone's friendly.
Yeah,
There
it was
was
the same with the old lady who
Right?
like sold us the fucking peach.
delicious peaches.
It was funny
Go on.
when she's selling us peach, like she's like there with like her and her friend, right?
Fuck
And her
yeah.
friend's like, "Oh, you want a peach? Like here, get this one." She's like, and the older lady just like slaps her in the hand. She's like, "No, you idiot!" It's like that one's not good. She starts like looking through all of them. She's like, "Here, this one's good." She's like, "It's juicy because," and like, she's like flipping it over, like, "If you look like this, and this is how you know it's like, whatever." And her friend's just like, "Ah, you fucking bitch." Like, yeah, it's just funny, like just. The kind of relationships that people have, and just they're very like cordial and funny.
I really like it. Like, I think that's why I like Tokyo. Tokyo's like, it's fun. There's always something happening in Tokyo.
Right.
Things are open basically all the time, apart from like government buildings. You can kind of do anything you want whenever you want. You go to the countryside, life slows down a shit ton. You're basically putting the brakes on. You know what I'm saying?
So recently, I've been
on.
thinking about buying
An Akia?
an Akia, yeah.
Don't
and
do
like,
it, David.
but I wanna.
David, don't do it. Okay. We finish your thought, and then I'll get into. Go on.
But I wanna. I just
I
want
get it.
one.
Anyway,
At least I'll have it.
this
right.
this is an interesting topic. Let's go on to that. Hold on. Quick pin. So Yamagata, 10 out of 10, had a really good time. Saw a lot of cats. Great prefecture. We'll go back again soon. Ne?
Mhm.
All right, David. Akia, go. This is interesting.
I just like I think like so.
Explain what an Akia is.
Oh yeah, I guess I should. An Akia is basically like an abandoned house, that is for sale,
Yeah.
but no one lives there, and like the land is for sale and the house is for sale or whatever.
Mhm.
And because no one wants to live there, you can get them like extremely cheap. So like, for example, I see Akias going up on the market. There was one. It was not in Yamagata. It was in like Kanazawa
Not bad.
area,
Kanazawa's pretty good.
like north of Yamagata.
Yeah.
A little bit north of Yamagata.
But
But it was like selling for like 150,000 yen. 150,000 yen.
shit like that.
It's like nothing.
David, you want to see the craze one I saw?
Hmm.
There was one selling in Gifu,
Mm-hmm.
50,000 yen.
50,000 yen. Yeah, like that's it. 50,000. Gomang.
Mm.
Not Gomang.
Come on.
Yeah,
No,
Gomang.
Come on.
Yeah, Gomang.
Come on. The problem is, so after I went to Yamagata, I went to Yamanashi to hang out with like the Yamanashi boys.
Yeah.
And before we came back, we were watching videos about Akia because there's like a YouTube meta where people are like buying Akia and then filming themselves like doing up the Akia basically.
Right.
You
Yeah,
know?
yeah, yeah.
And there's two types, and there are only two types. Type 1 is the professional, and that's like a carpenter who
Right.
like
Who knows what he's doing?
Yeah.
And
he'll buy an Akita for like fucking peanuts. Then he'll spend X amount of money doing up the Akita, make it look amazing, and then he'll go, alright, now I sell it. Or use it as fucking holiday home. Because he can. Because he has the skills to make it happen, you know? And then there's type 2, which is the type that's the most entertaining. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I'm basically Cowboy Yoshida. And they basically cowboy their houses into a state of kind of sort of looking okay.
yeah.
And the one that Dan showed us was fucking fantastic. Because the one he showed us was basically a couple, and they bought this Akia in the middle of nowhere, and they hadn't done some of like the most basic shit they needed to do to make the house like livable.
Yeah.
One of the things is that like you gotta get like, so you buy an Akia, then you tear up all of the floorboards, everything.
You have to.
You gotta tear that shit down to its fucking skeleton, and then you gotta look at like, okay, is this house even livable? Can I even live here? How much this house do I have to fucking repair? Because a lot of the beams are like torn through. You
Yeah.
gotta check for like termites. You like,
Mhm.
you gotta like, is the house leaning? And if it is, to what way is it leaning? You gotta get like a laser, like the laser measurer thing.
Yeah, the laser level.
They did nothing like that.
Okay.
They didn't do it. No laser measure, no ripping up the floorboards to an extent where they could see what the fuck was going on underneath.
Yeah.
All their jobs were like bodgily done. Like it looked bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
yeah,
at
yeah.
one point of this like hour and a half video of this man just like his man and his wife sort of like going through his Akia and like trying to fix it up.
Yeah.
Out of nowhere. Like cut to black and the thing just reads, me and the wife had an argument and we divorced.
What the fuck?
Yep. This is like an hour and a half video about Akia, and then it just goes, then we got divorced.
Dun, 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 dun.
Because it's like, yeah, it makes sense. You're doing like, you've convinced your at the time wife to buy this Akia with you, and
Yeah.
that it's gonna be a great fucking investment. We're gonna do it up together, and it's gonna be great. But like, the two didn't have the skills to like build
Right.
this house from scratch again. So there's gonna be like countless arguments. Plumbing wasn't working.
Which would
Yep.
be an issue.
Water wasn't working. There was no electricity. The nearest toilet was like 20 minutes away. The nearest onsen
Now,
was
the
like
nearest toilet at that point is in the bush.
is in the bush, literally.
Sorry.
Nearest onsen was like 30 minutes drive the other direction.
Yeah. Mhm.
Like it's not a place you could comfortably live in.
Mhm.
But they've clearly like thrown caution to the wind to move into this fucking
Right.
sandbox in the middle of nowhere to like build themselves a fucking Minecraft house. And David,
Yeah.
they finished building it and it looked like a fucking Minecraft house. It looked very badly
Awful,
done.
yeah.
Awful.
Yeah.
Awful. everything was sort of uneven. Like the toilet, like it was stapled down with fucking flexi tape. Like nothing looked good.
But those are okay. But those are people who have absolutely no skill with any kind of tools or anything, right?
Barely, yeah.
Like, I mean, my dad is like a fucking super carpenter.
Bring that man over.
Sure,
Go on.
but like, I've had the ability to like, just as I'm growing up, be able to use all these tools. Like, like in my dad's garage is a standing power saw.
Fuck yeah.
Like a bit, like huge, like giant. Like I can cut like, huge like beams of fucking wood on this thing. There's that. There's like he has like one of those fucking DeWalt like power saws. He's got like a drill press. He has all this shit to like, I need to like bore a hole through a fucking piece of wood. Like I just have a drill press that I can use.
Easy,
right?
yeah.
And like hand saws and all this other shit, right? So like I've been around more fucking sawdust than I would care to wager. Like my lungs look like popcorn,
yeah,
right?
my lungs are fucked, yeah.
But like I did that. I've taken shop class in school all the way up through high school, and I made shit. Like, like I've like this ring, yeah.
You made it.
I used to make rings like this every day for a year.
Seriously?
Every single day.
You in a sweatshop?
Yeah, kind of. Junior high school sweatshop. But like I'm handy in that way, right?
Yeah.
Like I know how to do
shit.
Like I'm not like, oh yeah, I could fix it, no problem. When it comes to something like plumbing or something, I'm gonna defer to someone who knows more than me because I'm not stupid.
Yeah.
Like water works in mysterious ways that I don't want to deal with.
Electricity, same thing. I'm playing that game.
Yeah, exactly. Oh fuck no, especially not with electricity. That's how you die.
That's how you die.
So I would definitely be like, okay, electrician, all the walls are out. You need to wire this bitch up, and then I'll close it.
And then I'll close it. Yeah, literally. I think if I would ever to get an IKEA, because listen, David, I'm same as you.
Yeah.
I have that manly passion inside of me to buy an abandoned house in the middle of nowhere and try to build it using my own tears, sweat, and money. But like, I think I would do the first video I was talking about. There's like two types of people: the ones who know what they're doing, ones who don't.
Yeah.
The guy that knows what he's doing, he's like a professional carpenter. His whole thing is like, he will you can buy him out basically. You can like contract him to basically like build up your IKEA. So you can go, hey, I've done like the base. Can you finish it?
Yeah.
Finish it up for him basically. And I think the way that he built his house, the way he sort of designed it, built it, the way that he sort of got people in to help at the areas he didn't understand.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, this already is a good framework of what you need to do before you do anything. And a lot of it was basically like, he just hired professionals. It was like, oh, I need to like work out if my house is leaning to the left or the right. I bring in the professional house leaner guy who does that for a living. Guy came in and was like, yep, leaning to the left. Here you go. Put up scaffolding.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Like, shit like that, basically, yeah.
Like, I don't want to be living in the house and then have the house fall down when
that would
brisk
suck.
wind shows up.
That would suck. I would
Right.
hate that. 'Cause as you guys know, Japan, a lot of typhoons.
Typhoons, earthquakes,
Earthquakes.
volcanoes,
Ugh. Bruh.
snow if you're buying up north. So like that's another consideration too. Like if you buy somewhere, I said before that it was in Kanazawa. It's not in Kanazawa. It's in Niigata.
I love
that was my
Niigata.
mistake. But
Snow.
Niigata, Akita,
Snow.
Yamagata, anywhere like there or more north, you're gonna get snow, and it's gonna be heavy snow.
Heavy snow,
So if you
yeah.
build a shit roof,
You're fucked.
one is probably gonna leak.
Yep.
Or the worst case scenario is it fucking collapses into your house. That would be bad.
When I was in Yamagata, we went to like the Yamagata Museum, and in the Yamagata Museum, we went to a place called Tokoyama. Yeah, Tokoyama. And in Tokoyama, they have the most snowfall in the world per square foot or some shit.
Sure, yeah.
And they were like, back in the Edo times, people didn't understand displacement and stuff like that, and they did stuff like building roofs that were completely flat. And do you know what happened? They died.
They caved in.
Yep, because the snow would get too heavy and just fucking and smush them in their house as they slept. And I was like, wow, what a terrifying story. And she's like, well, it happened. That's why all the roofs are slanted now. And I'm like, thanks, history,
Right,
for this
yeah.
fucking terrifying lesson. You know what I mean? But living in like Niigata or those areas, that is definitely something to be careful of. 100%. I think I would.
But that's the thing. Like, I think people who don't know wouldn't even like consider
wouldn't-
that to be a thing,
You
right?
wouldn't,
Because like you rip out all the floors in an Akiya and you're like just left with a roof that's got like beams in it. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's like now what do I do with that, right? If it's just a roof, immediately I'm thinking like, okay, if I'm ripping out a roof, right? Like I've ripped out the second floor to see what's in the roof and just like check out all the boards and stuff and like holding it up. Immediately I'm thinking like, okay, one, is this sound is gonna leak?
It's gonna leak.
Two, am I gonna have to like because a lot of places that do like shingles and stuff, what you'll end up doing is putting like a plastic layer.
Oh yeah.
And then the shingles
Then the
on
shingles,
top,
yeah.
just so that like if water gets in, it's not touching the wood and like affecting the wood.
Causing wood rot.
There's that shit. It's gonna be cold, right? So you need to like, do I want to get like spray insulation up in there and like actually just like spray and fill it with insulation and like make my house warm like it should be? But
You
Japan
have to.
hasn't figured that out yet.
Give them time.
You know, that shit's been around for like 20 odd years. And
Give them
not
10
a
more
single
years.
fucking house has it.
Give them 10 more years.
You know, do I want to put in double paned windows so
Yes,
that they
you do.
don't leak
Yeah, you do.
heat?
You
Right?
do.
Like,
You want that. You
all
want that.
these things you have to consider, and like immediately, I don't even own a fucking house, and already I'm thinking like that needs replacing, that needs replacing, that needs replacing.
Yep.
You
'Cause
know,
you know, like from the get go, if a house has been abandoned for like 20, 25 years,
right?
it's gonna be like everything's gonna be fucked.
Mhm.
It's gonna be in disrepair, and plus these houses are gonna be abandoned, which means like you're going into this house and there's just gonna be shit everywhere from the last tenants.
Right? Yeah, exactly.
There was a cereal box in someone's house from fucking 1993.
Yeah.
The fuck?
Mm-hmm.
Move your just on top of the
The
fridge.
old tatami is still there,
Yeah.
rotting away.
Yeah. There's gonna be shit living in that. You don't know what's like coming in and out of the house as well. There's gonna be termites, ants, spiders. If you're in the countryside as well, and you've just left this house abandoned, there's gonna be cockroaches.
Cockroaches, bugs, rats.
You know what? You know what fucking loves cockroaches? Those big ass fucking spiders.
Spiders, mukade.
And you know Mukade traveling pets.
Yep.
Ooh.
Yeah, lots of things to consider. I think like that's the biggest thing to me though is like if I was ever to buy an Akia, immediately I'm ripping the floor out.
Bro, 100%. And then burning it to the ground and claiming the insurance.
Yep.
Job
Yeah, I'd rip the entire floor out immediately because I'm like, I don't want tatami.
No. Fuck
I think one room can be tatami. That's fine.
my Genkan can be tatami. That's it.
Your Genkan?
Just that.
Okay,
That's
sure.
it. Just my Genkan.
But yeah, other than that, it's like I
Because
don't
everyone
want
goes, wow, you have that tatami smell. I go, yeah, exactly. Just here.
it. Mhm.
Now get into my real house.
Yep.
These are heated Korean floors. No fucking around. But yeah. I think if you were to get an Akia. Ooh, that's a hard one. I think if I were to get an Akia, it's still going to be a lot of money. You'd really have to work out the cost. Like, is this actually going to be cheaper than just building a house from scratch on
Yes,
like
it
land
is.
that I own?
100%.
Swear, is that bad?
100%.
Is that bad?
Yeah.
Japan, what have you done? Wow, really?
100%.
Fuck me. Wow, seriously?
Because the thing that's gonna cost you the most
The land?
about like is one, the land. So
Mm,
the Akia is on land that like people kind of like don't want.
yeah. Mhm.
So by buying the land and the Akia, you're saving money in the long run.
That's
so, like,
true.
It was actually on TV the last night. Someone had bought an Akia
Yeah.
and they had rebuilt the entire Akia for something like Nijumang.
Oof. Seriously?
Yeah. The entire thing,
That's
like,
very
like
good.
from 0 to 100, like ripped out everything, replaced it all. Nijumang.
That's very good. That's very, very good. Wow, okay. Maybe Akia is the way to go. Because I would just buy
But
someone.
you have to put the work in
don't
to,
want
to
to.
do it, right? So
don't
like,
wanna
and
do
like
that.
they did it all themselves, so they're not paying like contractors or whatever
Contractors,
to
yeah.
do whatever they need to do.
I think if I bought an Akia, it would be like my weekend project. I would hire some people to come in and be like, hey, okay, 1, 2, and 3. You're the plumbing guy, you're the electric guy, you're my carpenter. And I need you to do the carpentry stuff. First, the boys come over. We rip that shit apart. We get a giant skip. We dump all the stuff into it.
Yep.
That's going to be a fun fucking afternoon. We drink some beers.
Mm-hmm.
We smash some shit. We call it a day. We go Toriki. Job
Right.
done. Easy fucking clap. Then once that's ripped up, we go, all right, bring in the boys. Plumbing man, electricity man, carpentry man, in that order.
Right.
And they
right,
go,
right.
boom, boom, boom. They go, all right, this is all shit. Replace that. I go, all right, here's your check. Electricity guy comes in. All right, I've rewired the house. I'm like, fucking fantastic. Here's your check. Carpentry guy comes in. I've built like the base, like the straw line, fucking outline of the house I've done. I'm like, thanks so much. All right,
Right,
fuck off.
right.
I'll take it from here. And then I'll do the rest, from there. I'll spend hours in this house, like, basically rebuilding it. Because to a certain extent, you're not paying for the house in money, but you're paying for it in just your own man hours. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
100%.
it's a case of just how much money do you have to burn, and then how many man hours do you
How
have
much are
free?
you willing to invest in it? Right?
Honestly, yeah, time-wise and financially, honestly. It's going to be a lot, though. Would you see yourself buying an Acura in the future? And just ripping
Yeah,
it?
honestly, yes.
Yeah?
If it was in the right area, yeah.
Mm.
Like if I was gonna buy like an Akia, I want to buy on like Awajishima or somewhere like
That'd be cool. That'd
like
be
just
cool.
having that like an Akia kind of like by the ocean on the Kobe side of Awajishima, and just like you can drive across the bridge and go to Kobe in like
That
30
is fun.
minutes and just like hanging out. Make it like a week. You don't even have to live there. Just like
No.
make it like a weekend place, right?
I've always said, like, all the boys should spread out and get cool places, but all kind of connected easily.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, we can all get to each other pretty easily via car or, like, transportation. And we will just spend rotating weekends at each other's houses. Would be
Yeah.
fucking sick. Like, I'll live in the Acura in the sky.
That's the thing. Like once
We'll decide from there.
once you own the Akia though, right? Like that's your house.
Yeah.
You don't have to pay a mortgage on it.
No,
Like that's the
it's
thing.
yours.
When it costs like 150,000 yen,
You're done.
you're done.
That's
like
everything,
there's no
yeah.
mortgage. There's no nothing. You own it.
For comparison, guys, it's 150,000 yen for the land and for the house itself. A teacher makes about 210,000 a month. You could potentially buy an Acura on a teacher's salary if you save for a couple months. Should you do it? No. I would say no.
So I'm gonna look
But
right
could you?
now.
Yeah.
Where do you want to? Where do you want to go?
Okay.
Kansai, Hokuriku, Chugoku,
Let's
other region.
live in, let's say Hokuriku.
Hokuriku. Okay.
Let's
So
say
hang
we're
on,
living
let
in
me-
Hokuriku,
me just
and I want to buy
refresh.
a.
Hokuriku.
You're looking at Akio, or you're looking at
Akia. Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude. My mind's
How
going
much?
weird.
We want under 5 mil, above 5 mil, or just for sale?
Let's do under 5. Wait, is it an Akia?
Yeah.
Let's go under 5
Under
mil.
5 mil. Okay. Let's see. There's one in Ibaraki. There's one in Shimane. There's another one in
bad.
Shimane. Oh, where's Okinoshima?
Okinoshima?
In Shimane.
Oh wait, is that the small island off the port of Okinoshima? Okay,
Yeah.
I. Okinoshima Island is
Kumano City in Mie.
bro.
Kyoto in Maizuru City. Kyoto.
Look at this.
Yeah.
Okinoshima Island is. Ready for this?
Yeah.
Can you see the island?
Yeah.
No, you can't.
The island. Oh, it's like wait, what? Oh, hang on, I need to. Let me look at these property details. That can't be correct. In Shimane,
Yep.
that's like in the middle of. Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
on an island in the ocean.
This island, guys, is so tiny that you're zoomed in and you still cannot see. You've got to zoom so far in for the island to peek up. It is less an island and more of a rock that God has thrown there as some
Right.
kind of sick joke.
How much do you think this house costs?
Which one? The one in Okinoshima?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I couldn't live there. But go on, how much?
It is the land,
Mm-hmm.
483 square meters. Sorry, square meters.
Jesus Christ.
The
Okay.
floor of the house is 139 square meters. How much do you think it costs?
We looked under 5 million, right?
Yeah.
Under 5 milli. If you're at home, feel free to guess as well. I'm gonna say 2 million yen.
Pretty close. 2.5.
Fuck, I'm good at this game. Yeah, 2.5.
2.5.
Jesus fucking Christ, that's not bad at all.
Yeah.
What Akia's, David? Whatever Akia site you're using, throw it into the fucking
It
Discord.
is called Koryoya.
Koryoya.
I'll put it.
We'll throw it in the Discord
the
for those who are in
Discord
Discord.
right now.
Because I
Let's take a
know,
look.
some of you fucking handy shits in the Discord are like, you want to buy yourself an Akia and build it up. We know what you're about. We've thrown the link in there. Enjoy.
But yeah. So,
My
like, looking
God.
at some of these places, like, they're not bad.
I'm literally looking now, dude.
Takahashi City in Okayama, Himi City in Toyama.
My question would be, David. Okay, so
Holy fuck. This
Go on.
house, the land, 660 square meters.
Jesus
This
Christ.
house is huge.
how much?
4 milli.
I'll take it.
For a house.
Where is it? Where is it?
In Itoigawa.
Where the fuck is that?
in Niigata. I'm not sure.
Oh, I do like Niigata, to be fair. I think this is, honest to God, you could find yourself a pretty fucking good bargain looking at these like IKEA houses, especially when it comes to area.
It's north up the coast from Toyama City.
Ooh, that's not bad.
So it is like on the border
Mm,
of it's pretty close to the border between
it's true.
Toyama and Niigata.
Dan said, it's a really good point, David, when
Yes.
you're building an IKEA.
Mhm.
Dan said, if you're going to repair an IKEA, just remember to set your spawn point at a bed before you challenge the Ender Dragon.
Yeah, it's true.
Would it be
Only
worth...
some of these have like details on them, but
That's
like
true.
this is in English. But like yeah, like looking at the inside of this house, like I guess you want to see the inside of this one.
Yeah, put it up.
Which one do you want to see the inside of?
Show me the big 4 milli one.
Okay, we'll open that one up.
Why, David, question from Dan. Dan said,
mhm.
would it be worth to buy a bunch of IKEA and save them to sell later after they're all bought up? I would say no.
No, because they're not going to be bought up.
Yeah, they're
'Cause
Dan.
not enough people are buying.
Yeah.
The amount of Akia that are being created by old people dying
Yeah.
is going to outpace the amount of people who are willing to buy an Akia.
It's a growing market. You gotta remember, like the market in Japan is people like new things here. This is why like there's a massive problem with IKEA, because people like new things, and to tear one of these houses down sometimes cost more money than to just build a house. Like,
Right.
It's
yep,
ridiculous.
yep.
So people don't want to deal with that shit, which is why a lot of people will buy IKEA, then they rebuild them, they renovate them, because it's technically cheaper than knocking it down and building a new house. You know what I mean?
Right.
So when it comes to the sort of what's the word? The way like sort of Japanese people think about like where to live and what to produce and like how to sort of like go through their daily lives. It's all about sort of new things.
Mhm.
One, because there's an old mentality of like we're helping the Japanese economy by buying new things every year, and two, because new things are cool. So when it comes to like building a house, it's easier to just buy a new plot of land and build a house. They're also quicker.
Mhm.
As known from David's area, like 3 houses were built in the last like 2 months.
Yep.
Nice houses too. It's easier. And then when it comes to an IKEA, it's a lot of them aren't in areas people want to like generally live in. It's a lot of like countryside areas. It's a lot of like areas in the middle of nowhere. Areas that aren't not particularly the easiest to get to. And the people who are willing to sort of buy and then like do up those houses are, in a sense, weirdos or internationals. Is what it seems like.
This is a YouTube tour.
yeah.
Do you want to watch the YouTube tour?
Fuck yeah, dude.
So like it's actually like not a bad looking house. I think you'd have to like knock down a lot of it, and that roof is gonna be an annoyance for sure.
For those who are listening and not watching, this house looks fucking beautiful. It's got one of those like giant stone slabs with like the name on it.
Yeah.
That's cool as shit. I want to live, bro. Imagine like you move into this house and you just fucking you sand down those stone slabs and just chisel in your face.
Your own name. Yeah.
Bro, fuck yeah. The house looks like an old temple.
Yeah,
Like,
basically.
right?
Do
It
you want to
looks
see
like
what
an
the
old
inside
temple.
looks like?
Yeah, skim to the inside. I'm gonna orderly navigate this for those listening.
So hang on.
Wow, it's got a big like double doorway thing coming up, which means snow is gonna be a fucking pain in the
So like
arse in
here's
the area.
here's a nicer picture of the outside, you know, and
Mm.
you know it's like a pretty wide thing, but like
It's nice.
you know, like I would say most of this is probably salvageable, to be honest. Like the beams and stuff in the house,
Yeah, wow, this is a fucking temple.
like it looks old, right? But if you were to place a lot of these like
Mm.
shoji sliding doors and stuff with walls, if you really wanted to, you could. Like the beams look like they're taken care of. This
do,
staircase
yeah.
is going to be a fucking nightmare, but
Yeah.
you know, whatever. I
Oh
would,
my god, yeah.
I would build a better staircase.
Do you know what you do, David, on this house, like looking through it? The
Yeah.
beams look solid. These
Right.
beams look like they've seen some things and it's just made them stronger. You tear up everything
else except for the
Yes.
beams and build your
Yes.
own rooms.
every single centimeter of tatami needs to be ripped out, plus that cupboard, plus the stairs. Then you tear up. These doors look nice. Maybe some polish would do nice with these doors.
Yeah.
Sand them down. Kitchen needs burn that kitchen to the ground.
You
Des-
know, you got an old, but this is like an in-ground like steel bathroom. For
Wow.
sure.
Yeah. No. Papa don't like that.
But
burn that shit.
The
to
fact
ground.
that it has an actual toilet and not a squat toilet is like
that's 10 out of 10.
significant,
That's
right?
10 out of 10. We're having a good time.
I'm surprised by that.
Listen, they said, hey, we're gonna live in the countryside. We're gonna live in a temple, but I'll be damned
But it looks
if my butt
like
ain't squeaky clean.
it looks
It looks fine.
okay, right? Like
Living room's big as fuck.
yeah,
Do you know what? Yeah, this is a nice house, a very nice space. Wow, the windows are like boarded up by fucking wood. That's crazy. Wow, that's an old ass room. This is huge. Okay, this house is fucking huge. One,
yeah,
two, three,
it's
four, five.
gigantic.
It's like 6 rooms on the one floor. Like, wow, fuck me.
I don't know what's in that roof because there's a second floor,
It's
right?
like a loft thing, yeah. That's crazy. Honestly, this house looks really nice. It looks like it's a lot of work just like tearing shit up, but generally it looks pretty sweet.
Do you want to see the one that was on the fucking island?
You know, David, you know I do. On the fucking rock that God forgot. Yeah,
Yeah,
show me
yeah,
that
yeah.
fucking
Where
island,
is
dude.
it?
That's insane.
Hang on, what is this? Kagukomi.
Koryoya. For those who want to look at the site but are worried about finding the name, it's K-O-R-Y. Is it Koryoya?
I have to find it
That's
now because they linked to like
Koryoya.
another site, but it clearly did not take to the Akia specifically.
Fucking classic. That's annoying. If we can't find, don't worry about it. But
I'm just looking for the picture that'll
yeah, I
show
wanna.
me.
Oh, show you the actual house itself.
Yeah, because if I can find the matching picture, I assume it's the this picture here.
I'm also having a little
Here it is.
glance. Oh, you found it? Good man.
Yeah, here it is.
Show me the Akia, David.
So here's the map of where it is
Wow. Fucking.
on Google
Stress.
Maps. It's this house right here.
In the what the fuck?
And if I zoom out, you can see where it is on the island.
Bro.
And if I zoom out more, here's Japan. So it's out on
Wow.
that island, Like, but imagine how nice that would be. You just have like this port. You go there for like the summertime, and just hang out on the island.
Dude,
just
you could
live your
swim.
best island
You
life.
could swim to shore. Wait, I know this island. My friend worked here.
Yeah, it's like other than
Yeah.
I forget what other this island here, the one weird
It's the one next to it, yeah.
teardrop one. It's the only other island like north of Japan.
Yep.
But-
Oh, yes. It's a nice island. My friend worked on that island doing she worked in a hotel for a bit there. She said it was dude, I was looking at photos
Yeah.
while she was doing like a summer in the hotel. Bro, jealous. It looks amazing. It looks amazing.
This house doesn't look super
Fucking
great,
hell. No.
but
Oh, ghosts. Nah, that's
but
ghosts.
yo, it's
Huh?
got a urinal. What house has a urinal?
Wait, what the fuck? Bro, let's
Wild.
go. Let's
Wild.
go. Oh man was like, I'm never sitting. Do you know what? They got a urinal and they also have a nice electric toilet as well.
Mm.
Do you know what?
There you
These guys knew how to live, honestly.
But I mean, like the thing is, you're buying the land and you're buying the Akia, right?
I think that's
the
what-
land is where the value is at
this-
the end of the day.
Yeah, this is what you gotta remember. Like when it comes to like purchasing Akira, purchasing old houses, even like purchasing like a house in Japan, you need the land. Without the land, you can't do shit. I think it's the same in America as well.
Mm-hmm.
Have you heard this story, David? You'd enjoy this story. There was a couple building a house on a piece of land they owned in like somewhere in America, basically. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they own the land, and what basically happens is that they want to build a house, they didn't have the money for it, so they went to the bank to be like, "Hey, give us a loan so we can like build a house on this land in a
Right.
sense." And the loan goes to the building company. The building company builds the house. So they started building the house, but the building company turned out to be hot trash. Like they
Right.
weren't like they were cutting corners. They were doing like weird cowboy jobs when it came to like building the house, and like the people who were like, "Hey, could you the owners of the land were like, "Hey, could you fix this?
Right.
Because like you've kind of fucked up here. The house looks like shit. You need to fix it." And there's a whole like fucking song and dance about it. The bank doesn't want to say they fucked up. The builders don't want to say they fucked up. So you have to do it because like we've already like signed over like we're gonna sign over like the house and the loan and stuff to you. So blah 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 whatever. But in the end of the day, David, they take it to court. And
Yeah.
what happened was the banks in the documents in the contract wrote out that the loan was for building the house.
Mm-hmm.
But it wasn't also for purchasing the land. So what the contracts are meant to do is link the house to the land. So basically, for a short period of time, the bank owns both the land and the house until the contract is signed over to the new owners, and then they start slowly paying back the bank. They didn't do that. They only did it for the house. So
Right.
when they went to court, there was a big song and dance from the bank's lawyers about, contracts, yada, yada, yada. And then the opposing lawyer gets up and just basically goes, well, the bank doesn't own the land. My client does. So get your shit off our land. And the judge went, wait, what? Wait, what? He was like, yeah, they fucked up the contract. It's only the house, not the land. And the lawyer was like, the judge was like, well, in that case,
Shit. Fuck. What do I do?
you're fucked,
Yeah,
bank.
basically.
This is it. You've lost. The game's over, basically. I think, and that kind of shows like how important the land is,
Right.
which is where a lot of the Accio costs come into it. It is the land is king.
It's
The land is
mostly the
power.
land.
Yeah, same
Yeah,
in Japan.
I'm just,
You
but
need
like
the
I'm
land.
I'm looking at like this place in like
I'm
it's like a
watching you. I'm
small
watching you
little-
scroll through as I
at-
do.
Yagikawa.
What the Yagi?
Yagikawa.
Let's
It's like
go.
it's like a tiny little place, but like like
oh,
a
that's
house
so
like
cute.
this.
I'd live here.
But like this is a decently sized house.
Where's the house? Oh, that's a fine house. What the fuck? What is that? What is that corridor?
I
Is this 2 houses?
no, it's just one house. It's just got a weird, goofy
Layout type thing.
layout type thing.
Man, I love.
It's like it's so like this is the genkan, right?
Yeah.
And then you come in and then like the bathroom is right there and then you have like
squat.
the sunroom and then the other rooms, right? So stuff like that.
This is my problem. I really enjoy looking at like housing.
Mm.
So I feel like I'll be on this site for a long time, just like staring at the different houses they have for sale. Like it's not bad at all.
This house, right? About
you're
8
right.
minutes from Samegai Post Town and JR Samegai Station.
It's not bad.
38,000 USD.
Shut the fuck up.
That's it for a house.
That's
a house, an
insane.
entire house.
The 38,000? Fuck off, mate.
There's no way it's. I mean, you have to live in Shiga.
I don't live in Shiga. What's in? I've never been to Shiga. Jamie, what's in Shiga? Jamie's just stepped in. It's the best part.
No. What's in Shiga?
What's in there? The biggest lake in Japan.
Biwa, right? Biwako.
Biwako. Bro, fishing. Lake fishing.
20-minute drive to the Shinkansen. That basically gets you anywhere, right?
That's not bad. Do you know what, Shiga? You've impressed me. 10 out of 10. Maybe
Yeah.
we can
There's
live
like
in
another
Shiga.
house here for 47,000. Like
me,
you could
dude.
not find a house for that cheap anywhere.
I kind of want to live in...
46,000 in Iga City in Mie.
David,
Go be a ninja.
you're slowly convincing me to buy a flipping...
I'm like, yeah, they look bad, but like, you know,
You gotta redo them.
now you have to redo them anyway, right?
Yeah.
But like to me, I'm just thinking most new houses that they're making, they're just putting up like siding on those houses that is like already like pre-built, like snaps together siding.
Yeah.
What's to prevent you from doing the exact same thing on that house?
No, you can. That's the thing. Watching all the Accio videos, when like one of the beams is broken, they'll cut the beam off at where it's broken, cut the grooves into it, and they just
Yeah, put another
the
beam
new thing
in.
into it.
Yeah.
Not even an entire beam. They'll just cut off the dead section.
And just slip something in.
Yeah. They'll
'Cause,
cut.
I mean, the beam only has to take the weight up
Yep.
and down, right?
So
yeah.
they'll cut the dead section, do the whole. I forgot what it's called. The Japanese process where things like slide in so perfectly that it
Yes, it's some kind of weird.
Yeah,
like a
it's
weird,
cool.
Woodworking technique.
But they'll
for it.
do that, slide it in, boom, you've got a new beam for like a fraction of the cost. Like, a lot of it's just that basically.
and probably at the end of the day, it kind of looks cool
It
because
looks
you'll
cool
have
as
like
shit.
2 different.
It looks cool,
Colours
sure,
and
honestly.
stuff.
Dave,
Yeah.
you convinced me. Maybe a young man gets an Nokia.
Maybe it's not like I'm going out to buy one tomorrow,
Nah, but maybe one day. They're pretty cool.
right? Like
I digress.
if it's something like close to the house,
Yeah.
like close to where I live now, that is like easily reachable within a day. Like why not?
Honestly,
right?
yeah, why not?
At that point, it's like I don't need to travel anywhere else to get a vacation. I just
True.
go to my fucking house.
Oh, that'd be nice. Having 2 houses, like a getaway house and then like a house in the city, is
Right.
that's truly the life. Because when you're not in the house, you just rent it out.
Exactly.
You just I would love to stay in Shiga. I got a house. Go for it.
Hey, look, how about I buy an Akia,
I'm listening.
renovate it, turn it into like a Airbnb.
Oh, that'd be fucking
like a
sick.
rental
I mean,
place.
I hate Airbnb, but yeah, we can do that.
Right. But like you could do that.
Yeah, I'm down for that. That sounds fucking sick. Dajibus. Nah, I've eaten like 3 sandwiches. Sorry, boss man. Jamie just walked in with a bag of fresh edamame. Like, you want some edamame? And I'm like, bro, I've eaten like 3 sandwiches before this podcast started. I'm back on my weird 1 meal a day shit. So I'm kind of like really thinking about the calories I'm putting in and out. But that's neither here nor there. But if you guys end up buying an Acura, you want an Acura, let us know. I'm very curious about that. Let's bring this podcast down for a soft landing, talking about some freelance updates. I have some new stuff going on. David, at the end of October, from the 24th until the 31st, your boy will be going on his first paid influencer job.
Very nice.
Round of applause in the chat. W's in the chat. Thank you, boys. Thank you, guys. I can hear the applause from here. Indeed, very excited about it. It's basically going to be like a week in Kyushu. So we're very excited to get back and talk to you guys about that when that happens. But that'll be the end of October. So there'll be like a week that we have to skip at the end of October as well. But it's been pretty fun. I feel like I'm hoping for like a nice up ramp of like freelance stuff to come in. Because I have like something on the 24th and everything on the same week on the 26th going forward. So I'm hoping like it snowballs. You know what I mean? That'll be nice. But we can only see from here.
We can only hope.
Honestly, David, yeah, I kind of would love to do more of it as well.
You know,
Go
I
on.
just wish we would get more opportunity.
You
but-
gotta push up more stuff. That's why. That's it. It's literally that. That's literally it.
But I mean, like, we record once a week. Like, I don't know what are we, you know?
It's TikTok and Instagram.
I ain't doing that shit.
You have to.
Nah, I don't give a fuck.
There you go.
Yeah.
Can't have your cake and eat it too, my guy.
No, but like, man, don't even get me started on that shit. Like, that's just like easy consume fucking garbage. That I don't wanna
Yeah.
deal with.
But you have to though. That's like the new meta.
Ugh.
I know it's annoying. The problem is, especially when it
How-
comes to
Can I just make good stuff
Nope.
and people come to me?
Nope.
I gotta be a fucking dancing monkey. Yeah. That.
Yep.
No.
You have to. That's
Nope.
I mean, you don't have to, but the quickest way is basically that. I mean, the
Yeah,
quickest
I
way,
don't
the
like
most efficient way is that. It's a lot of even the best content ever made sometimes doesn't get the recognition it deserves just because it's hard to get eyes on certain forms of content.
Mm-hmm.
What maybe because the market's oversaturated, or maybe just because the connections are there. Who knows? But the best way to do it, it's about just getting as much content out as humanly possible into the market, and that's about having like a nice big wide spread of what do you call it, of content being put into the ether in a sense. I had a very interesting conversation with someone actually. Someone messaged me on Instagram, and I normally ignore a lot of these messages because I can't really be bothered, but I felt like this one was like something I had to jump on straight away.
Worth looking at.
Yeah, because they basically said, it went, "Oh, hey, Jordan, I've seen you've grown quite a bit in the last, like, couple months." And they were like, "Oh, I've just started Instagram." Like, they just started Instagram, like 2 months before.
Yeah.
They're like, "I've just started Instagram, and I've just moved to Japan because the pandemic's come to an end, and I'm trying to become, like, an influencer." I was like, "Cool." And they had, like, 20 followers. I was like, "Cool." And they're like, "I'm not seeing any traction in my videos. Should I buy followers?" And I read it and I was like, it feels like this person's going to do this. If I don't,
regardless of what you say.
yeah, it felt like regardless of what I said, it felt like they were going to do it. But I felt like maybe intervening here would stop them from doing it. So I jumped in and basically said, yeah, don't do that, because you might as well just shoot your Instagram in the head. Like, the second you buy followers, your Instagram dies. Like, it dies. Because if Instagram has to come over later on and then clean up bots from your account, and they go, "Oh my god, this person has like
a million bots.
a million bots." Like, well, this account is trash. Dump it. Dump it. And they dump your account into, like, basically what I call algorithm jail. Where it's basically you've bought followers, so now we're just not going to show you shit to anyone. Fuck you. Don't do that, basically. So I was basically explaining that, like, yeah, there's no fast track to getting where you want to go. And it's like a long schlock of, like, constantly making content, some hitting, some not. Even I'm bad at doing it. Like, I'm meant to be doing it more, but I've been focusing on, like, other things. So it was the same thing happened to me. Like, I won't make enough content, and I won't be putting enough content out. And then Instagram goes, that's a paddling. And then I put some new content out, and they go, too little, too late. You that's a paddling.
I just don't care about any of that kind of stuff. Like, it's like
have to,
the amount that you have to put out is fucking unreasonable.
It is, yeah.
Because quality doesn't matter, and
It
that's
does.
that's like my biggest fucking problem is like quality doesn't fucking matter. Not really.
No, that's the problem.
There's no fucking way the quality matters.
David.
I can't believe that because of the
go on.
shit that I've seen
Yeah.
proves that I'm right.
No. There. When it comes to creating a following, when it comes to creating a base, there are two paths one can take, and there are only two paths. There is the meme path, and there is the path of justice and righteousness. That's it. There's only two. I'll explain. The meme path will never get you paid.
Oh, maybe you don't get paid,
You don't get paid.
but you get lots of eyes.
What's the point? You don't get paid.
If you were smart enough, you can.
Nope. I'm telling
I'm
you.
telling you, you can pivot. If
No,
you
no,
were smart
nope.
enough, you could pivot.
Nope. I'm telling you from a man who's worked behind the scenes, you cannot pivot. Not the way you think you can. Because a meme account will always be a meme account. If you're
Are you talking about like 100%? You're just posting fucking memes.
That's what you do.
Then
Well,
yes, I agree.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like there's this meme account and there's the path. You can make good content and occasionally shit post. Cool. Everyone be like, fair enough. Haha.
But even then, no, I'm talking about like that's the kind of content I'm talking about.
Go on.
Doing content plus doing a little bit of shit posting.
That's fine.
But like a majority of it is shit posting.
No, you will never prosper. People get bored of it. And then it is. I'll put it this way. No names. No say any names. There's only so much you can do until people go, no, fuck you. And you don't know where the line is because you don't work behind the scenes. There are guys I knew in the past who would make some good content and then shit post. And then eventually it became mostly shit posting. It was like 70% shit posting, 30% real content. Cool. Fine. Looks good. The problem is they started shit posting too much. And then when we brought up their profile to clients go, yuck, no. Why are they shit posting about this thing? No. It feels like he's being insincere about his content. No. Because every shit post, you're tarnishing your brand just a little bit. And you don't know how far you can go until you've really hit the level of no return where brands go, yuck, no. You can get maybe one of those adverts from fucking Clash of Clans or something like that. Maybe get a Clash of Clans sponsorship.
A decent amount of money. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, you'll get one. You get one or
Here's
two.
my question though:
and
what are you
that's it.
classifying as shit posts?
Anything that's not an authentic post is shit posting.
Okay, but if I'm like, there's like a specific creator that I'm thinking of.
Go
I'm
on.
not gonna say who. But
Don't
like,
say who, but yeah,
they'll post a thing, and they're like a Japan creator.
Yep.
You've probably seen them.
probably.
But they'll like post something that's like things that are how do I say? Things that are normal in Japan,
And it's not normal.
and it's not fucking normal.
Yeah.
Like to me, that's a shit post.
It's not a shit post.
Is 100% a shit post
Nope.
because it's fucking not factual.
It's not factual. Isn't a shit post. A shit post is when Shibuya exit hard.
Oh, okay. So
That's a
what
shit
you-
post.
So then, what would you qualify that as?
It's just untrue. It's just unfactual posting. That's
Yeah,
it.
but that shit still gets views.
Of course it does because people are watching it.
Yeah, that's my point.
No, exactly.
That's where
Yeah.
we're sitting. So my question is, why are we not?
Because people are watching it, people are commenting on it, and then underneath that, a discussion is happening where half the people are like, "This isn't actually normal," and then half are like, "Wow, Japan."
But then isn't
yeah.
it a shit post?
Nope.
Because to me, the intent with making something like that, if you live in Japan, there's no possible way that you know that shit is fucking normal.
No, they know it's not normal. I know.
Yeah.
I know exactly
so,
what you're talking
so
about.
in my opinion, you are intentionally creating a shit post to make people interact with your stuff.
There's shit posting, then there's creating content that you know is gonna bang, and content that's like. So I'll put it this way:
But to me, that's a shit
No,
post.
it's not. The market decides what is a shit post and what is content that bangs. I can make a video like these are the 3 must-see tourist attractions in Japan, and it's like Shibuya Crossing, Shinjuku
Right.
Crossing,
That's 100% a
Harajuku
shit
Tower.
post.
It's not
Why not?
because
I
in
know
my-
you're shit posting.
Am I?
Yes.
No, I'm being authentic. In my opinion, these are the 3 best locations to see in Japan.
Yes.
There we go. How is it a shit post?
How is it a shit post? Because there's no fucking way that that's true.
Says you.
Yeah,
But-
and I'm right. So
How
yes,
you,
it's a shit post.
How are you right?
How am I right?
Because the market said 3.2 million.
Ask anyone if fucking Shibuya Square is the top 3.
I'm sorry, sir. Fuck you. Doesn't look like you had 3.2 million views. This is the problem. So the market has decided Japan cool. Wow, Japan. If I make video that says here are the 3 best X in Japan, I then can put whatever I want. It's only
Sure.
and the market has deemed this not to be shitpost if made well, has information, and is put in a way that's like algorithmically pleasing. That becomes not a shitpost. Shitpost is basically a meme. It's when the Mario Kart people go brrr. That's a shitpost.
But how does that not qualify as a shitpost?
Because even though we know it's shit, because in our opinion, that's shit.
No, it's factual.
No. It's not factual.
It is 100% factual.
Because to someone out there,
Tell me with a straight face.
No.
The Shibuya Crossing is a perfect tourist attraction.
when we went to Shibuya Crossing,
Yeah.
how many cunts are there taking videos?
a lot,
There we go.
but they're retarded, so they don't
No,
get it.
doesn't matter. The level of their retardation or not does not play warrant to what we think personally. I've had to kick all these thoughts out of my head because I know it's ruining the content I'm making. Because what
But what's preventing me from intentionally doing shit to piss people off?
it's nothing. Cause you will not get sponsored, but you can do it.
Okay.
By
so hang on,
wait, by piss people, what do you mean
Let-
exactly?
Let me
Rephrase that, 'cause
let
I
me
don't
gi-
even
Let
mean
me give
go
you
on.
an example. Right?
Go on.
You and I both can agree
Shibuya shit.
Shibuya is shit.
Yeah, I hate Shibuya Crossing. It's terrible.
If you
Dog
saw a
shit
video
content.
that said Shibuya is the best, like #1 fucking awesome thing in Japan,
Yeah.
right? To me, as a creator who lives here and knows that that is not factual, if I am making that content,
Yeah.
that is a shit post.
Yeah.
Because I know for a fact it is not. I'm making that content with the knowledge that it is not,
In your
and then
opinion.
presenting that it is factual.
In your opinion. Once again, this is the most important thing. So
But I'm saying the popular opinion would probably agree that that is
the
shit.
popular opinion of people living in Japan or people we know, people we interact with, we know that not to be the case. We've been here
Right,
for
sure.
years. We've seen Shibuya Crossing. We know it's trash. I come from London. We have an Oxford Street crossing. It's the same thing. For those in New York, big cities, it's the same thing. It's Shibuya Crossing. No one cares. However, for the majority of people who've never been to Japan, for the vast majority of people who've only ever seen Shibuya Crossing in that one episode of Tokyo Ghoul that one time,
Yeah.
this is a location they've dreamed about coming to. It doesn't matter if I say it's trash or I say it's good or I say it's mid, they're gonna go. They want to eat up that content about Shibuya Crossing. So if I say, I make a video and I say, hey, 3 best locations in Shibuya, #1, Shibuya Crossing. In some metric, that's true. Because best defined as the place that a lot of foreigners go to when they come to Japan, that's factually accurate.
Sure.
So it's not a shitpost, it's factually accurate. For me, I don't care about Shibuya Crossing. It's a place I have to cross to get to the drinking
Yeah.
areas. I want to get drunk. I got to go across this crossing. But to the vast majority of people who've never come to Japan before, that is factually true. That is a location
Sure.
they want to go to. And so for us personally, living in Japan, to make content that is targeted at people not living in Japan, there's a lot you have to sort of erase from your psyche. It took me a long time to do as well, to like understand what was internationally good content. Like a lot of things that we personally
Here's my problem.
Go on.
I have a thing that's called integrity.
Kinda-
So
no,
I'm not
no.
gonna fucking lie to people.
there's integrity.
Yeah.
And there's making videos saying things.
Someone with integrity does not tell people
No,
that
no.
Shibuya Crossing is a good tourist place.
I agree. I would never say to someone,
Right.
go to Shibuya Crossing, it's the best location in Japan, because I know it's not. I know it's not that fun. It's just a crossing.
Right.
There are there's cooler things to do.
Okay. But now let me pose you the situation.
Go on.
You know that is true.
Yeah.
If
my
you
opinion.
yourself, Jordan,
Yeah.
are consistently posting videos and information saying that Shibuya is the best or this piece of shit place is
I
the
would have
best.
gone, yeah.
But you are saying by your own metric, that's what you should do.
Yeah.
Are you not shit posting?
No, because that's the brand I'm creating online. Because once
Right.
again,
But then you're fucking lying.
it doesn't matter. Yeah, I'm lying, but I'm not shit posting. It's a big difference.
I don't know. To me, that seems like
No,
shit
because
posting.
you're lying to yourself.
Sure.
You yourself feel like Shibuya
You
Crossing
can't
is
post that without going, haha, I'm tricking people. Like, in my soul,
in your soul.
if
yes.
I post that, I
Yes.
feel like I'm fucking with
yes.
people intentionally, and to me, that seems like a
Yeah,
shit post.
yes, because you have integrity. You're a good person. You're
Right.
not gonna sit here. Do you know what it is? I have the perfect fucking example. Fuck me, I've just thought of it. Here is the best example.
Okay.
It's this. Do you remember this fucking this building? What's it called again? The Kabukicho Tower.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
When the Kabukicho Tower first came out, every single man and their dog
Yeah.
went to the tower. Have you see those videos?
I've seen like a couple of
There
them.
were
sure,
so
yeah.
many that you asked me off cast if it was sponsored, because you didn't believe how many videos there were. I remember this very clearly because I remember thinking that's funny because I thought the same thing.
Okay, yeah.
There were so many videos about this fucking
Oh,
tower.
right. Yeah, no, I did ask you. Yes,
Yep.
I remember that. now.
Remember this? There were so many videos about this tower. People were like, are people just like sponsoring to get this tower like promoted? And there wasn't. There was no sponsorship. It was
Right.
just because it was the new shiny thing to talk about. And then what did people do? They went and they made, this is the new best tower in Shinjuku. It has 5,000 floors and there's a dick suck girl
Sure,
in
yeah.
every counter.
Right, yeah. Uh-huh.
That was like the video every person made. And I was like, cool, let me go and also check it out, make a video about it. And I went, this place is fucking expensive.
Right.
And it's not worth anyone visiting. For me, that's not shit posting. You're being a cunt. Now, so the Shibuya...
What's the difference?
I'll explain. The Shibuya Crossing thing.
The
if-
Kabukicho Tower, you mean?
No, I'm
so
comparing.
Shibuya Crossing.
The
yeah,
Shibuya Crossing. If
Yeah.
someone says to me, one of the best places to go to in Shibuya is, number one, the crossing.
Mhm.
And I go, yeah. As a person coming from abroad,
Mhm.
you go to the crossing and you get what you expect. You get
Do
the
you?
the crossing.
Yes.
That's
sure,
what it is.
Sure.
That's all you've asked. That's all
I
they've
don't,
said it is.
But I don't know what's been presented in the video.
A lot of them is just like, it's a crossing. Because
Okay.
you can't jazz it up any more than you can. It's a
I don't
fucking
know.
crossing.
I don't know. Talking about that Kabukicho Tower.
No, we'll get there.
People would make you think that that's the best place to fucking go.
We'll get there. So the crossing is the crossing. It's no more, no less. And when people talk about it, they go to this high place to see the crossing. Cool, accurate.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Go up this tower for free. You can see the crossing.
Fair, cool.
Cool. I've done it with tourists as well. People love that shit. It's cool to
That's
watch.
fine. To me, that's informational.
Yeah. That's what I mean. Saying it's like one of the best places, cool. In whoever's opinion, whatever, that could be accurate. And in someone's mind somewhere, that's accurate.
They're
I
wrong,
know
but
people,
okay.
they're wrong. I agree. But in their opinion, they're correct. I know people who've come here time and time again and they've gone, I want to see the crossing every single time. Fuck knows why, but they do. Because in someone's metric, that is the best place in Shibuya. And clearly to like X amount of million people who see the video, that is the case. They want to see the crossing. It is great for them. And thus, it's content.
But
so
I can't separate the fact that...
no, you have to.
No.
Go on.
As a person, if I was making that content, I cannot separate the fact that, yes, I could post this, and yes, this could be true
Yeah.
for someone else. But if I'm posting it knowing that it's false or wrong...
For you.
I don't care. For me or whoever.
Yeah.
If I'm posting it, I know what kind of reaction I'm going to get from people who think the exact same thing.
Yeah,
right?
of course.
Like if I post I think Shibuya is the best place
greatest.
ever, right?
Yeah.
And you see that, immediately you're going to be like, no, that's fucking wrong.
I would go,
and
no,
I know
don't
that's
think so.
wrong.
In
but-
your opinion.
In my opinion,
Yeah.
sure. If I know and you know it's wrong, but
In our
I'm
opinions.
telling you this anyway,
Yeah.
in my opinion, that is shitposting because I know the reaction I'm going to get
It's
from you.
not shitposting, though, because you're making...
What's the difference then?
I'm going to get
Because
there. I'm going to get
The
there.
difference to me is like there is no difference. Me saying Shibuya is the best,
No,
and
no,
then
no,
me
no,
going
no,
like,
no, no, no,
haha,
no, no,
it's
no,
so
no,
hard to get around
No.
the underground.
One-
That's the exact same shit.
It's not. One has some kind of logical basis in it. One is just pure content. The Shibuya crossing, as it stands, is a crossing in Shibuya.
Sure.
You can call it the best because in someone's mind, they're going to believe it to be the best. And just because you don't think it's the best or I don't
I mean,
think
this goes into the 99% of everything is shit.
Yeah,
territory.
literally, it doesn't matter. Like, I can say, those fucking big pancakes in Harajuku, I hate those things because I don't like sweet things. They're disgusting. But that's fucking content. And if someone says that's the best thing in Harajuku, cool. For them, it is. And,
Sure,
and-
fine. Like I'm not.
Yeah, and for a lot of people, it is. So with Shibuya Crossing, they go, oh, number one best things to do in Shibuya, cross the road. Bet, cool. For some people, it clearly is. People have cameras and fucking Joy-Cons and whatever they're using
yeah,
and Mario
yeah,
Kart
yeah.
sticks and fucking DJI shit. They have to ban drones. People are fucking flying drones in Shibuya Crossing. Clearly, people love that shit. And it is what it is. It's a place to look at from the ground or up high. It's Shibuya Crossing. Any content about it isn't going to be shitposting because that's what it is. The tower, however, that was a bold-faced fucking lie. Because that tower...
They're both lies.
No, they're not. I'll get there. One is point and case a lie because one place is just a crossing, and someone goes, in my opinion, best place in Shibuya. Cool, whatever. The tower, people were saying it was like 50 floors of whatever. It's 2 floors.
Yeah.
It's 2 floors.
I mean, again, technically they're not lying. It's 50 floors.
No, it's not. It's 2 floors,
No,
and the
it's
rest of the
50
hotel.
floors.
It's 2 floors.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
There's 2 floors of stuff and 49 of hotels.
They're explaining it as so. A lot of the crossing, they go.
I understand what you mean.
Yeah.
But again, I'm saying it's not false advertising
No,
because
no.
what they're saying
it's
is
not
true.
false advertising. Yeah, it's 50 floors, but they're going. It's 50 floors of fun. It's 50
of this
floors.
stuff.
Yes,
Yeah,
they're going.
yeah.
It's floors of things, and then they jump into being like, and you can do the arcade and all this
Yeah,
cool
yeah.
shit you can do, and it's like it's 2 floors, and the rest is nothing you can really do. So when I went there and I wanted to make content about it, I went. It's kind of a scam. There's only 2 floors, and the arcade is expensive. That's content. So I think the other one isn't even the tower about like how great and cool the tower is. I wouldn't say that shit posting. I would just say it's a bold-faced lie that damages your brand. You know what I mean? Because when it comes down to it, creating content and creating a connection with your audience is all about how trustworthy is your brand. And at the end of the day, that's all it comes. That's all it's chalked up to. How trustworthy is your brand?
Okay, fine. How trustworthy is your brand? If your brand is trying to sell me that Shibuya Crossing is,
You're not the target.
thing.
They're not selling you shit.
I know they're not
There we
selling me
go.
shit,
So
but I'm
you're-
saying then your brand is garbage.
It's not because they're
but
not.
it is.
No,
In my opinion,
but
it's
you're-
garbage.
There we go. You're not the target. You're a guy who's lived it for 7 years.
Yeah.
No one gives the dudes creating content about like Shibuya Crossing.
But
They're
then
not-
who's the ship posting for?
the ship post everyone.
Everyone. Yeah.
Ship
so
posting?
they overlap.
Ship posting like wow, Shibuya Crossing so hard. Mario Kart, brr. That's for people who live in Japan. We see it is because we see that and we go relatable. That's it. And then internationals come and they go like
I don't know. I'm viewing them as the same
It's
thing
not.
in my opinion.
Tourists come and they go, relatable. Remember the time that relatable? That's it. Content is content. Shit posting is shit posting. When it comes to things like Shibuya Crossing, it's true for enough people that it's the case. Enough people want to go and
Okay.
see it. This is the truth. It doesn't matter. And then when it comes to things that like a boldface, like a new thing opens and everyone goes, wow, is this the best place ever?
You have to explain to me what the difference is.
One is on
You can
face-
say one is a lie.
No.
In my opinion,
One
they're
is-
both lies.
You don't. One is on face what it is.
Yes.
One is Shibuya Crossing, and someone said it's the best place, and for some people that is the case. The other people have advertised it as the best thing to do in Shinjuku, in the case of, like it being the best arcade, it being like the best place to get
Okay.
food, it being like
I mean, yes, that's factually not true.
yeah,
but
that
yes.
and that's what I mean, and that's what it was advertised at. It was advertised at this new tower that wraps up all of Shinjuku into this
I mean, you
fun
can
kabuki-
advertise the crossing as something else that
You
is
can't. It's
not.
a crossing. What would you advertise it as? It's a crossing. That's it.
I mean, that specific one, sure, maybe not. But there's other places that I could be like.
I'm sure, yeah. But when it comes down to it, things like the crossing, things like areas that tourists just flock to. First time guys in Japan, you guys are gonna see that no matter what. You're making a list of shit to do. You're making a list of shit to
Right,
see,
yeah, yeah.
and you've not seen half the shit anyway. So an influencer coming on and saying, "All right, first time in Japan, here are 5 things to do." You're gonna like it. You're gonna save. You're gonna follow it because
Maybe I'm hung up with the verbiage of the best.
yeah. Don't worry about don't worry about the words. Don't worry about the best. It's more about it's.
But
it's,
it does. If I'm describing something as the
The
best
best.
something, it better fucking be the best something.
That's the problem. On whose metric?
Well, apparently on the person who's posting it.
Okay.
If you are trying to give a trustworthy, if you are trying to become a trustworthy brand,
They're not.
and you say something that's garbage is the best something,
In your opinion?
no, I am presenting this as
Oh yeah.
the best something.
Yeah.
Sure, it's my opinion, but if that's my brand, is to be, forthright with people, and if
Yeah.
I'm telling you something is
It's
the
the
best, it's
best.
going to be the best, and you show up and you're like, what is this fucking garbage?
You would, not everyone else. People love that shit.
I'm saying
Yeah.
it doesn't matter what you're selling.
Yeah, I
If
know what
you're
you mean.
selling
Yeah,
it
yeah,
as
yeah.
the best, and then the
You get
person that
there.
is supposed to trust you shows up and it's garbage, what have you done for your brand?
Nothing.
Is in my opinion, right?
It's either so depending on what the content.
So what you're telling me is I can post literally fucking anything and it doesn't matter what I say.
No, because when it comes to the brand itself,
As long as I'm not bold-faced lying, I
Yeah.
can put anything out there.
yeah, you
I
can,
could say if it's my opinion that Kabukicho Tower is the best place.
The what?
Am I wrong?
No, you're right. Go for it.
Okay.
It
Well,
doesn't
then,
matter.
but then how are you delineating what actually is worth your fucking time or not if
Here we go.
you can just say whatever the fuck you want and people have to take that at face value?
They don't. So, and that's where, and here we come to who people follow and who they don't. Because when it comes to creators and what they're making, if every single video you're posting is this is the best X in Shinjuku, and you've
that's like every
I know,
fucking person
it is,
here.
and you've made like 20 videos and they're all about the best X in Shinjuku, like the best cafe, and then the best cafe again, the best one again. It's then about viewer fatigue. How much is the viewer going to watch your content that's talking about the best X over and over again before they get bored and unsubscribe?
Sure.
It's
But
that simple.
but I don't even think that that's the case.
People don't follow.
For most people.
YouTube's harder. People will hold on for a lot longer. Instagram, it's like that. People are losing and gaining. Once you get to a certain level, people are losing and gaining thousands a day. Because
Yeah, if
it's-
you're on the high end.
yeah, exactly.
But
It-
at that point, what do you give a fuck?
exactly. It's about how
Unless you're like fucking dive bombing.
and people do eventually. If you keep making trash content, eventually you will dive bomb. It's about what brand have you created that your base is following, and is it a brand that can be consistently created content underneath in a sense?
Hang on. Let me read what Jay says here.
Go on.
He's like, what example I hated recently? The Fox mask guy. I don't know who, like the.
It's
I forget his name.
It's
I know who he is, but I forget his name. He said the 3 things that are normal in Japan with the floating boat sushi is shaking my head. False fact influencers like that, neither accounts destroyed.
Japan on Insta.
Maybe that I don't know. Who
I know.
the fuck he is, but sure, yes.
The what? The boat?
Yes, it's like kaiten sushi.
Oh,
but
on the boat.
sushi comes in a boat. But you are presenting that as things that are normal in Japan.
I saw that, yeah. And then there
None
was,
of that shit is
no,
fucking normal.
Then there was a Japanese guy that came afterwards that was like, "This isn't fucking normal."
So, but then here's my point, right?
Go on.
You are presenting this as something that is normal. If I don't live in Japan, I don't know anything about it, right?
That fucking shit posting. That's a bald-faced fucking lie.
There is no difference.
There is. And the fact that you're not seeing it doesn't mean there's not a difference.
There is no difference.
There's a massive difference.
That is 100% shit
Nope.
posting.
Nope. One is a bold-faced lie. One depends on opinion.
What is the
One
in
is
his opinion,
one-
that's
no.
normal in Japan.
No, it's not. In no
100%.
In no one's opinion is that normal in Japan. It's
I know that. You know that.
Everyone knows
No,
that.
no,
Go-
no.
I'm gonna find this
there's
video
no
and
fucking
go
way.
onto the fucking comments because there is like I'm gonna find it. Fuck me.
I think you are giving the public far too much fucking credit for fact checking shit.
I'm not assuming they're fact checking anything, but what I am doing is talking about this from the perspective that I know about it. And there is a very big difference between saying something, because if you click like top things to do in I'm gonna do it right now.
Sure.
Top things to do in Shibuya.
I am loving this, by the way.
If you-
that
I know.
we're both getting a little bit heated.
You have to. It's like very. It's a. If I type top things to do in Shibuya and I scroll down this list.
Yeah.
Okay, ready? Ready for the most shitless. The first thing.
Mm-hmm.
Watch people at Shibuya Crossing.
In your opinion.
This is their list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In their opinion.
Say hi to Hachiko. The fuck is
In
this
their
shit?
opinion.
Literally. Spend a day with art. What does that mean?
Okay. So, but in
Reach
my,
new. Go up the free tower.
Mhm.
Go to Tower Records. Shop at Shibuya 9. This sounds like a terrible day to me.
in my opinion,
This sounds
as
horrible.
anyone who is a
Go for sushi.
writer that is worth any type
Yeah.
of
Salt.
salt, if you wrote that fucking list, I think you were. If someone just read that list off to me, I would think you were shit posting.
I would. But you know.
100% shit posting.
But the problem is, someone internationally they're gonna read that list and they're gonna go,
Again,
that's an itinerary.
someone internationally is going to see that video and think that is perfectly logical that it's normal in Japan.
And I think it's those there's a very fine line between shit posting and just like basically reading off one of those lists on Instagram, basically. And shit, that's a bold-faced lie. That shit needs to be fought against.
I don't know. That shit's a bold-faced lie in my
No,
opinion.
this shit's just bad opinions, but we can't fight that.
I-
If someone says that's their best day in Japan, baby, that's someone's best day in Japan. Like, if you said your best day in Japan is getting up, having a wank, going pachinko, drinking a beer, and going home, That's someone's best
That
day.
sounds like a solid day.
See, that's a solid day. That's someone's solid day. But someone else's solid day is waking up at 4 a.m. to go pet fucking the bronze
dog,
dog,
yeah.
and then crossing the road and taking some selfies. That's someone else's solid. I've had people come and they've gone like, I'm gonna go and see Hachiko and go Shibuya Crossing. Do you want to come? And I go, that sounds disgusting. I don't want to do that at all.
I think there is like you said, there was a fine line. I think that there is almost no difference in this case.
You're not seeing it.
In this case, between opinion and fact. In the view of in the view of the person who is consuming the content.
Yes.
Because I'm not going to say they're stupid, but they're not they might not be as well informed as they should be to detect whether it is
No, you're right.
fact
No, you're
or
right.
opinion.
Yes, 100%. You're right.
And this is where I have the problem, though.
Exactly. So there is things like the whole like, wow, Shibuya Crossing, best place in Shibuya, or the list we just saw that's like, wow.
Is that a fact or an opinion? It's an opinion.
It's an opinion, but to some, it's fact.
It's an opinion, but if it's presented in a certain way, it comes off as shit posting.
But
is what I'm saying.
It's an opinion.
Whether it's an opinion or not.
It's an opinion that enough people hold that it is the case for enough that the content bangs. But then you have shit that's like, it does.
Sure.
But
I also feel that there's a flip side to that where people who would read that and would be like, this has to be a shit post. It's like Schrodinger's shit post.
But it's a shit post to those who lived here. So for me personally as well, I have to take off my afro of I live in Japan for a lot of the content I'm looking at, because a lot of the content is like, wow, Japan, so quiet, so peaceful, and it's like nice fucking 4K high definition shots of like Shinjuku or some shit, and I'm like, I'll watch it and I'll go, I know for a fact that this is not the case, that this was taken at like 2 a.m. on a Wednesday where there's no one on the streets, but I know Shibuya's rowdy as fuck, or Shinjuku's rowdy as fuck. Cool.
Yeah.
But
You
internationally,
just have to leave the fucking station to find that out.
Yeah, honestly,
on the way to Kabukicho
But, like,
is a fucking mess.
the vibe and like the element of Japan they're selling can be found in the country. Maybe not the exact area they're pointing at, but yeah, it's a vibe. It's an aesthetic that people are selling online, you know? And sure, whatever. It's an aesthetic people like. People are going to buy into it. Cool. But then you have stuff that's just a bold-faced lie. Things that are factually incorrect. Not an opinion, just factually incorrect. Saying shit like, wow, it's normal every day for a salary man to get up at 5 a.m., eat 2 onigiri, jerk off into his wife, and then go to work. And it's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, there are things that is just a bold-faced lie. There's content that just is not true. Things like the guy, the Japan on Insta talking about the boat sushi thing being like normal. That's not true. And he knows it's not true. And I know he knows it's not true because I spoke to him about it. And I was like, what the fuck? And he goes, oh, I'm like creating conversation.
No, you're shit posting.
Yeah. That's shit content.
So you just
Not shit posting. I didn't prove your point. Not shit posting, but he's making bad content.
It's literally shit posting.
It's bad content, basically.
So you're saying that there's a difference between shit content and shit posting.
Yeah. For example, I put it this way. Exact same, because he's done this before.
Yeah.
Exact same content that could have been worded in a different way. He's decided to word it this way to get
To
more.
elicit our reaction.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
To get more, literally. So there's certain content that's going to do fine. Things like, wow, Shibuya, cool. Or like, ooh, Hachiko, I give him pets. Everyone goes, wow, kawaii, cool. The sushi boat thing, yeah, the content's fine. It's like, wow.
Yeah, if you had presented it as like, this is a weird, not like weird, but like this is the thing.
An interesting thing.
It's an interesting thing that happens at one place
This is
in
an
Japan.
interesting thing I found in Japan.
Right.
Check it out. Look how cool it is. And everyone goes, that's pretty cool. But what he's done is he's gone, no, I'm going to say this is normal in Japan. He's made the conscious thought to go, I'm going to say this is normal in Japan. Why? Because the second I say this is normal, every fucker living in Japan who knows it's not normal, that care enough are going to jump on me and be like, it's not normal. And they're going to fight in the fucking comments. And then every cunt living internationally are going to jump in and they're going to go, really, I think it's pretty normal. Then every other creator with any integrity are going to jump in and they're going to go, this isn't normal, what the fuck? And now this guy's got 100,000 more followers.
So what is different in that situation? So that situation versus the opinion about Shibuya.
No one
What
cares
is
about
different?
Shibuya.
No.
Shibuya's whatever. Shibuya...
No, but I'm saying if you are presenting, right, he's
Yeah.
presenting this as normal
So
when it's not.
This is clearly not normal. By no
Based on whose metric?
everyone's by David, by no metric is a boat carrying sushi normal. There's one.
I agree.
Yeah, everyone agrees. There's one.
How
there's,
can you say that though?
Because it's true. There's one cafe in the middle of like Kanagawa that
Sure.
has a cool riverboat system thing that takes your stuff to you.
You've seen enough shit on Reddit, on Twitter,
Yep.
on whatever
Yep.
that said like this is normal in Japan. This happens in Japan.
Yeah.
This is blah 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 in Japan.
Yeah.
And you know it's false.
Yeah,
What's the difference?
between what he's doing and what they're doing on Reddit.
No, I'm saying that stuff is all factually incorrect, right?
Yes. Yes.
But as someone who lives again outside
Lives
of
in
Japan,
Japan, yeah.
doesn't know,
Yeah.
you have no way to fact check
Yeah.
that.
You have no premise of
Right.
what Japan is. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's so. For example, it's two different things.
I feel okay. In my opinion, obviously,
Mhm.
I feel like both of those are on the same tier
But they're not.
because they're both wrong.
They're not. One is factually wrong. One's your opinion. Yes.
Okay, sure.
One
yes.
is factually wrong, and one is your opinion, and that is the
I think
line.
that's a hard opinion, but yeah.
It's a hard opinion, but that's the barrier. In my opinion, coffee is better than tea. I can make a video saying I think coffee is better than tea, and here's why.
Correct,
I
yeah.
can lead out facts to why I think it's better, and no one can say no because that's my opinion.
Yeah.
Someone else can say I think tea is better than coffee, and I go that's very interesting. Blah blah blah. I think water's better. Cool. Yada 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 yada. These are all just opinions.
Right, yeah,
No
yeah.
one can come out and then go, I think rice is the best drink. It's a solid, you stupid dickhead. What are you talking? Fuck off. And that's what the sushi is. You're coming out of left field and just saying some outright bullshit amongst the rest of your good content. So, good content. The content, no, I agree with you there. No, the content you're making.
Yeah.
You're making like whatever content you're making, and then in that you're then saying, oh, and this by the way, and then you go, okay, sushi thing,
So then
and a lot of it is just marketing.
my
It's to
my
get
question then is, right? So like if you put that kind of stuff in between all your regular content, at what
Yeah.
point does it just become like all your content is shit posting because I can't trust anything you say?
it's the 70-30 rule.
Right.
What percentage of what you're making is authentic,
Mm-hmm.
and what percentage is shit. So this guy, because I know we're talking about like a Japanese at the moment, because
Right.
he did the sushi bowl
Yeah,
thingy.
yeah.
This guy will have like 90%, 98%, just normal content.
Sure.
It'll be like, wow, Shibuya, great.
Yeah.
This cafe, interesting.
Right.
This guy got arrested, hilarious. And then he'll go,
It was pretty fun.
it was pretty fucking funny. And then he'll go, also, there are Gundams here and they're real. And everyone goes, oh my god, really?
I mean,
because-
they are. There's
mean,
one no Daiba.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
It's
But
big,
then
it's real.
every once in a while, to gain traction,
Right.
he'll do some shit like this. Because we're talking
Sure.
about it. Is it shit posting? I would say it's inauthentic trash shit content. I would
Right.
say it could have been worded in a better way. Because he's done things like he's worded other things in different ways as well. Where
So what I mean is like,
Go on.
okay, if he's posted that, right, and then immediately after would post something like, here's my opinion on XYZ, right?
yeah.
At that point, I have to take that as shit posting as well. Because how am I going to delineate between the two
That's what I'm
if
saying.
I can't tell what is a shit post and what isn't? I'm just going to assume everything's a shit post.
Here we go. Now, this is where the 90% actual posting, whatever percent,
Right.
whatever posting comes in. Because if he shit posts too hard,
Right.
he will
Then
inadvertently.
everything becomes
There
shit
we
posts.
go. And if
regardless of what your
there
intent was.
Yep. And then if you shit post too hard and everything becomes shit posting, your brand dies.
Maybe that's just because I view a lot of this stuff.
You do, yeah.
And I see it, and immediately I'm like, even if this is your opinion, it has to be a shit post because it's bad.
Yeah.
So
And
then
I think-
anything else you say is a shit post.
And that's the problem. Like you've got to take that hat off. There's a hat of like living in Japan, of like being here and you having your opinions of what you think is good, what you think is bad.
good and bad.
Yeah, literally. And I have the same thing. I had the same thing. I've had to like go back and like really fucking sort that out to like make content that appeals to a wider international audience.
But I don't think that's hard though. Like as far as like, if you need to just present something as factual,
Yeah.
just do that.
Yeah.
Like you don't even have to offer your opinion. Be like, this is a place where you can buy
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
don't
yeah.
have to say. You don't even have to say if it's good or bad.
Yeah, people do that. People do that as well. People just go, they'll make content that's based just like, hey, this is a cool cafe where you can do cool shit. And everyone goes,
I
"It's
feel
pretty
like
cool."
these 2 cups of coffee are just hitting me in the right way, where I'm like,
Dude, fuck yeah, jitter up, my boy. But no, you're right. There are people to make content that's based just that. It's just like,
Yeah.
hey, this is X, and you can go there and do Y, and it's great content. And there's other content people want to make, like opinion pieces, like things that are like gated towards like travelers, people coming to Japan, and that's also good content. It's
Right.
content that people also need to plan their trips to Japan, or people are living vicariously through because they can't
Right.
come to Japan, you know? And then there's just like outright bold-faced lies, like the tower one. I read your content because the tower one was funny. So with the what's that fucking
Did
tower
you?
called?
So I have a question, because
Go
you
on.
posted that, and that seems like
I did.
a very much, in my opinion, this is bad.
Yeah.
Right.
This was in this.
Did you get pushback?
No, I show what I got. So my video was
Because everyone else seemed to post like, this is cool, this
Yeah.
is blah blah blah. Right.
everyone posted. This is great. So this really put a tick on my theory that I've been talking about for the last like 15, 20 minutes now. Because my theory is like places like this, like the Kabukicho Tower,
Yeah.
is shit because it's not as people are advertising it to be. People are saying it's like this grandiose, great
X,
new-
Y, and Z,
Yeah,
right,
and it's
yeah,
not.
yeah.
And so my content was based saying it's kind of a scam because it's only 2 floors. They're better places. These are factual. It is only 2 floors of things you can physically do
Well, you can sleep on the other 49
if you want. It's kind of boring.
if you want.
So then I made this video based saying like this is trash.
I don't know.
da, da, da.
Maybe in someone's opinion, that's
Okay.
fun.
I'll read some of these. These
Sure.
things.
Yeah. Yeah.
So some of the feedback I got was, I saw this back then when a few people sent me rules about this. I thought about it, but I didn't go. I won't be going now. Thanks. Every time I go to Tokyo, my schedule is tight, but I think I'd rather go to Odaiba. The theater is 5,000 yen a ticket, and the screen is smaller than
Jesus
Yep,
Christ.
and the screen is smaller than Toho across the street. They do have recliners, and the coffee is free though. The live Sword Art Online game is the only reason to go in Kabukicho, in my opinion. Like you mentioned, the arcade games are crazy expensive compared to everywhere else. The bar is also very expensive. Yakuza game. Oh, we're staying in the Kabukicho Hotel at the beginning of October, and I'm probably going to skip the rest of the tower. It looks like a very expensive waste of arcade money. I thought the exact same thing when I visited the scammy ass arcade, but the food court restaurants were eye-catching and cozy, nice date spot, even had a singer and a band act walking around.
I mean,
Had this
that's
on my
true.
list.
Yes.
Thanks for the review. Garbage building, saw well meat on the skill tester. Oh, and cool, greatly done. Yep, it's trendy, but not a date spot. So people aren't dumb. Is my thing. Like, people aren't. People are dumb. I'm gonna change that. Sorry, guys. We're about truth here. People are dumb,
but they're not dumb enough.
Yeah, they're not that dumb. Like, there's only so many times you can damage your brand saying absolute bullshit before
Right.
like you're called up on the bullshit. Like, I've seen a lot of creators making trash, like, shit tier content, and then people just stop interacting with their shit. Because you'll see it eventually. I know, I'm not, no names, I know someone used to have, I think they currently have like 50 to 70,000 followers on Instagram.
Yep.
And then they started making trash tier content. And now no one interacts with their shit. So now their views get like as much as mine, if not less half the time. And that is Instagram. That's the what do you call it? That's the ecosystem.
Yeah.
If you shit post enough that you fuck up the balance, it's one, very hard to recover from, and two, the market will let you know. Because out of nowhere,
if you're, I agree with you there. If you're shit posting so much and then you try to post something that
You
is
can't
like
pivot.
sincere and
Yep.
and accurate,
Yep.
no one's gonna take you at
Nope.
face value.
because
right?
they tried. They were shitposting for way too long, and then they were like, "Here's some sincere content," and no one cared because it was too late. The damage was done.
You would think it's a shit post.
Yeah, because people think it's a shitpost, and we think it's a shitpost almost straight away.
Yeah.
because we live here and we're like, this can't be true. You can't be serious, but they are because.
You should just do a content cop episode.
Oh my god! Stop it!
I would love to.
Hold on, I have a folder. I'm gonna find it. My fucking.
Are we just
God.
gonna put people on
No,
blast?
I have a folder
Uh-huh.
called.
People I should put on blast.
It's just called Cap.
cap. Oh, you're
and
capping.
in it, it's just content.
So
that's-
everyone capping.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because I had that idea of doing it, and then I was like, oh, it's gonna be like 2 hours of me basically being like, this is wrong, this is wrong, this is
Right.
wrong, and I don't want to make that many enemies that this early in my long career. But I'll land the plane, I'll bring it home. But basically, yeah, like there is not a fine line, but there is a difference between like opinionated content or content where you're basically saying like, hey, I think this is the best or X is the best or go see these places in X area, this prefecture has whatever. Cool. In a sense, that's a guide and it's going to be informative
Right,
enough for
sure.
people come to Japan against the Kabukicho Tower was the greatest thing since fucking sliced bread.
So
or
okay,
like, yeah,
let me leave you with
Go
a
on.
question then.
I'm listening.
Is it possible to hold a shit opinion that you believe is true that everyone knows is wrong?
Such as
Such as, if my opinion is that, I don't know, it doesn't. Let's make it like
yeah,
food or
whatever. Yeah,
something,
make it up.
right?
Yeah, yeah.
I think natto is the best food ever.
Oh, it's disgusting. Okay,
Everyone knows that's fucking wrong.
we know it's wrong. Yeah,
We know it's wrong.
yeah.
I would say a
It's
lot
terrible.
of people know it's wrong. I mean, like, maybe it's a little bit hyperbolic, but it's like
Little bit.
generally accepted by the public that
Ah.
opinion is fucking wrong.
I've got it. There's, you know that stewed fish dish? You've heard about that? The really nasty one?
Oh, like
forgot what it's called.
Surströmming or whatever the
yeah,
fuck
yeah,
it is.
yeah, something like that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, not that, but it's like a
I know what you
Japanese
mean. Yeah,
version.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
okay, yeah, go on. That.
Right.
Okay.
And your opinion is that is like one of the fucking delicacies of Japan, right?
Disgusting.
It would be like well known by the public, by like everyone, that is just fucking wrong.
It's wrong. It's disgusting. Yeah, everyone hates it. Yeah, okay.
And you are presenting that is
Here we go.
like, you know,
Then it comes to like how you
shirako, sure. Something like shirako.
People love that shit, but yeah,
I
fair
know.
enough. And I think yuck. I hate that shit. I think then it comes down to how do you present the content is probably the
Right.
most important thing than anything else. For example, if I'm like, let's pretend let's say no one in Japan likes shirako. Let's just pretend people love that shit.
Sure.
Let's
Some
pretend,
people do, yeah.
Some of them, but let's pretend no one likes it. It's like the most detested food in the entire country. Okay, and no one eats it, but they have to sell it because tax reasons. I don't fucking
Sure.
know. And I like it for some reason, and I have to present this to get people to try it. Now, what do I want from this content? Do I generally want people to try this, or do I want to be a stupid idiot and like make dumb content online? That's the question. And if I just want click, haha, cool, you can make. This is the best food in Japan,
Right.
And
if,
everyone, and
but
everyone
if I
go on.
wholeheartedly believe that's
yeah,
the
yeah,
case
yeah.
and I'm making this sincerely and I say it is the best food in Japan.
Yeah, but that's the thing. If you generally think this is the best food in Japan and you wholeheartedly go, no, I believe this is the best food in Japan, you're weird, but fair enough. And the comments will show.
Fine.
No, the comments will be like,
but people will think you're shitposting.
people will. But
you're not.
But you're not. And if that's your brand, if you're like, no, my brand is that I love this shit and
Yeah.
I'm actively shown eating it and that's the brand you've created, fair play. Fair on you. It's clear from your brand and wider content that you're not shitposting, and this is something you generally believe in. However, if you're trying to convince the public to eat it, you could go, "Hey, this is the food you should try in Japan," or free foods to try in Japan before you die. Like this should be on your list of weird Japanese foods. Like there are
But,
ways.
but you've already couched it in this is weird.
Yeah.
But to you,
It
who,
is.
who
Who loves it?
who loves it, it's not weird. That's
Even
my
if-
point.
No, but I'm not Japanese.
Sure.
I've had this coming to Japan for the first time.
Right.
It's still weird to me in my palate. It's weird to you in your palate. It's
But,
still
I mean,
a lot
it
of
would
shit.
be because it's like
Yeah.
we don't like it. But I'm
a lot. Like I like takawasa.
Yeah.
I know it's weird.
Right.
It's raw.
But would you present if? I don't think that someone would present like
As the best.
takawasa as weird.
I put it weird.
If
It's
you were,
weird.
I'm saying like if you are a Japanese person,
No.
I don't think you would present
But
that
we're not
as
Japan.
weird.
No.
We're not
Japanese. That's
but
what I'm saying.
if they're making English content, I don't think they would present it as
a Japanese
weird
person?
Japanese food.
If a Japanese person is making English content for an international audience, they would then also have to change their mindset to be in the mindset of the audience.
and
they're
it's like,
watching to.
what is weird?
Weird is what not norm for them. Jellied eels isn't weird for me because we have it in the UK,
Right.
but it's weird for everyone else because it's fucking eels and jelly.
Yeah,
That's
it's gross.
fucking
That's weird.
exactly. That's weird. To me, it's not weird, but I can understand that it's you have to make a giant mental leap and
Right.
then hit yourself over the hammer of ignorance to be like, duh, I don't think it's weird. Yes, you do. You know it's weird. To then actively go, it's not. I know it's weird. I live in.
I'm
the
trying
great-
to think of like stuff from Canada that's fucking weird.
Fucking pouring maple syrup into snow and wheeling it over fucking sticks.
It's
Shit's
not weird. It's just candy.
Don't lie, that shit's
Yeah,
weird.
but the difference is maple syrup is always good.
Yes.
Jellied eels is never good.
I'm not saying it's not good. I would lap up some fucking maple syrup dipped in snow, but that shit weird, my boy. That shit
I
weird,
guess,
my boy.
sure.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's not like we're doing it on the weekend.
Nah, I know that much. It's like it was like Sugar Shack or something.
I don't know what the fuck it is.
Yeah,
but
shit's weird. But like that's my point. Like you got to make mental leaps to take yourself away from understanding that the base of the thing you're doing is fucking weird. It's weird. It is weird. We know it's weird. We all know it's weird. It's like Sean was saying a little while ago. They were talking about there's some like English teaching lesson in Sean's school, and then something happened in the lesson. I forgot what. And it was a whole thing of like Sean having to explain that Japan is weird in like a certain way. And then back to like the staff room, they're hanging out talking. Then during this conversation, one of the teachers just stands there quietly and goes, Sean, is Japan weird? And it was a general question because to her, who'd never lived abroad, never thought
none
about
of this shit is weird.
yeah, never thought about the mysterious veil we call Gaikoku, didn't understand that shit was weird until Sean came in and was like, this is fucking weird. Why are you teaching this? She went, oh shit, you're right. This is weird. The rest of and it only took that one lesson for her to go, fuck, the rest of the entire planet doesn't do that? It's kind of weird. And it's that. It's like you make enough inauthentic content and people stop watching your content because people know when you're being inauthentic eventually. It is. Even in What's His Face's content, he's had to pivot. He's had to pivot to making authentic content once again because he hit the hammer of retardation a bit too hard. Yeah, he did. He hit it a bit too hard, and people went, and he went, sorry, and he had to walk
where people are like, that's just not factually true.
He had to walk some shit back, and then he had to go, sorry. Here's some authentic content. Because he hit the hammer too hard, and he knew he did. Because the guy isn't dumb. He does marketing for like various companies. He knows what he's doing. He knows how to market his brand that he's created. And when you hit the hammer too hard, you got to back up. Which shows, one, he knows what is like there should be a good, not good content, but there should be a content that does well because like people want to see it. And he knows the difference between like trying to make a buzz content. He clearly understands it. And he knows you can hit one all day and you can hit the other sometimes.
Can you do both though?
Like a balance?
No, I'm saying like in the same video or piece of content, can you shitpost and still have it be true?
I would not do that. Wow. No, not really. What do you mean? Like,
because, for example, right? I'm trying to think of like outside because I'm so sick of fucking talking about the stupid Shibuya crossing. But like, so he's presented that like the weird kaiten boat kaiten as right normal, right? I think you could present that in a way that's a shit post but also still true.
Oh, I got it. Like doing here are 3 types of kaiten sushi in Japan, and he does like normal kaiten sushi or omakase kaiten sushi. Then he has like the boat.
Sure.
I mean like that or something like that. One is clearly you'd be like, the fuck? Yeah, and the title is like, these are the 3 normalist ways to get, I don't know, kaiten sushi, some shit.
Right.
Yeah, I think doing stuff like that, you are basically tainting your content because people are going to latch on to the one that's clearly the outlier.
What if you just have garbage opinions?
I mean, there's garbage opinions.
If all your opinions are just like,
I mean, yeah.
You're an uber contrarian and no one can take you seriously.
Then you're not gonna bang anywhere. You're gonna lose.
But that's gotta fucking suck though, right? Because you're like,
fault.
I'm just living my truth, but
not my fault.
I don't intend to be a contrarian, but that's true.
Then it looks like you're gonna be stuck being a fucking AOT all your life, cunt. Like, it's not my fault. Yeah, like when it comes down to it, when you're trying to appeal to the masses to like create content, you are once again appealing to the masses.
That just feels garbage. Then,
it does. It doesn't matter.
You're not, like,
I mean, make the content. There's 2 ways to do it. You make the content that the masses want to see, or you make the content that you want to create, and you hope the masses also are interested in the shit you're making. Like Summoning Salts. You know Summoning Salt?
I've heard the name.
He makes like speedrun content about like speedrunning history and shit.
Sure, yeah.
And that shit that I watch because it's fun, interesting content. Like it's silly, but he gets pretty good views because like the content's like long and well made and whatever. Like, cool. He lucked out. He got some good content made. And
but people who don't care about fucking speedrunning don't give a shit.
Yeah, but I don't care about speedrunning. I watch it. It's good content. It has millions of views. It's a really good video. It's like well made. But like, what I mean is, that's one way to do it, and the other way is making like content for the masses, basically. And while there are 2, maybe more paths to take, when it comes down to it, it's like what's the word? You're not fated to become popular because you're putting out content, but unless you're putting out content, no one will see what this.
So basically, what you're telling me is sell out.
No, I'm saying you can make whatever you want, but you got to make content. Like either way, like you can make whatever you want. You can make a podcast about the history of Gundam every week
Sure,
for weeks.
you could.
But you could, and it'll probably do well because that sounds.
I'm sure that exists.
Because that sounds pretty fucking interesting. But the issue is, it's about then it's about where are you putting out your content and how are you marketing yourself in a way that people are gonna see it. Because
that's hyper niche. Like that is that's the thing that's super niche.
But anything's the same thing. Gone are the days of just putting out one video a month and hoping it will do well. You now have to. I mean, you can still do it, but if you definitely want like the best chances to get the most eyes on your content, you've got to do marketing. Because when it comes down to it, you as a creator, you as a social media person, you as someone who's out there making content, you are now a brand. Your name is a brand. The things you're making are now part of your brand. And as a brand, you are now the brand manager. And as the brand manager, you now must market that brand to the masses. And the how well your marketing is directly equals how well you're gonna how well your content's gonna do and how big you're gonna get. I'm doing like pumper marketing. I'm marketing like fucking badly, basically. Not that well. I'm doing it like my whole thing on marketing is like, yeah, I'll get it done, which it should be. Which is why my current like following and content is like, it's okay, because my marketing is it's okay. And then whenever I go like, all right, let's fucking do this, and I spend like a month like really smashing it. Fucking stuff shoots up, bro. Like, I gain dumb followers.
Maybe for me personally, it's just a matter of I have very strong opinions on a lot of fucking things.
It is.
So when I see not necessarily, but when I see someone who goes against the grain that is so just obviously not wrong, I have to assume that you're shit posting.
I know, I get that. It's once again, it's I leave people do whatever they're doing. If people want to make shit posts or real posts,
that's fine. I don't care. You can make it.
But I feel like if it's against the grain to me, perhaps not for others, and it's very much about putting on the cap of social media manager instead of the cap of like the creator Jordan in this creating space, and being like, okay, is this content actually like things that people abroad want to see? And if the answer is yes, then I'm like, then it's not shit posting. They want to see it. They want to see it, and it's made in a way that is sincere enough that I'm like, cool, this is cool. But if you're doing like boat sushi is normal,
right?
No, you're clearly laughing behind your fucking mouth.
Yeah, you're
right?
Again, like the veil there is like how well are you versed in whatever the person is telling you, right? Like you don't know what you don't know.
It's true.
And I think that's the problem, right?
No,
you don't know what you don't know.
It's true.
If you don't if the public doesn't know that, but you're presenting it in a way that is not factual, I think that's where I have the most problem.
I don't think that's shit posting per se, but I think that's a lack of integrity on your half, on the person's half. We agree that 100%. Like when I see inauthentic content made in a way to, in a sense, trick its viewers into commenting or having conversations underneath in order to like rage baiting basically in a sense. When I see that,
to me that stuff, whether people want to see it or not, like specifically the boat video,
yeah.
To me, that is 1000% rage baiting.
Yeah, I think so. I think to me personally, I see that and I go, that is inauthentic content made to rage bait your viewers or people in that sort of extended universe.
Right.
And I feel that is something unbecoming of influencers. And I feel like as a brand and as a creator, you should be making content to constantly improve and inform your followers. That's what I believe.
But I feel like people do that so much and just don't get called out for it.
They a lot don't, and it's a lot don't until it's too late. You realize this, David. So what I've seen work in the industry is that people don't get called out until their brand is gone. So no one will tell them because no one's in their circle going, hey, maybe don't do that, because people want something from them, or the brands are still flowing in or whatever. And then by the time you realize, oh, people have stopped engaging with my content, it's too late.
I think that specifically, was it Japan on Insta or whatever?
Yeah.
I think he's smart in not showing his face because if his content just fucking tanks, he can just take literally take the mask off. I'm not talking like metaphorically, but he can just take it off and start something new and be like, okay, this failed because X, Y, and Z. This is what I'm gonna do now. Right, and then just pivot from there.
He has a couple of other things he's also started. The man is very good at marketing. He knows when he goes too far. He pulls it back when he needs to. I think as a brand, as a creator, he does really well. Like a lot of people do. But I think in in the general sort of marketplace, it is more about integrity than anything else. And I think for influencers or those who want to be influencers, it is about like creating like authentic.
That's the
interesting
thing.
content, basically.
It's the for me it's the lack of integrity, right?
Yeah, I don't like it.
If you're not to go back to Shibuya, but if you're posting like as that is like the top place to go, maybe that's true to you or some people outside, but I would not say that you have integrity if you're posting that and knowing in your opinion that it's not.
Yeah,
I think you lack the integrity, and you're posting to just
I agree.
gain clout. Or
Gain
whatever.
clout, yeah. I don't like
Because
that.
at that point, when it comes to something that might actually be your opinion and it might be contrarian,
People
then it's gonna be bad for you because now people are gonna be like,
yep.
well, what the fuck, like.
I've always said this, and I will always say it. When it comes to branding, I think making an interesting, consistent, honest brand is going to be better than anything else. It's slower and harder to create, but in the long run, you get more brand deals, you get more connections. For example, my brand is tiny. I have like 6,000 followers. End of the month, I have a massive deal coming in.
Right.
Huge, big money for like a week in Kyushu. Why? Because my brand is authentic. And when honestly, it's thanks to you guys listening and like people who like watch and like comment on my brands, because like you guys see that I'm making like this authentic content. People comment, they like, they share, they're like, this is fucking sick. Thanks. I didn't know that. And like stuff like that slowly builds your brand.
There's definitely something to be said about finding someone, not necessarily whose opinions you agree with, but
Whose opinions you can respect.
respect.
Yeah.
Like even if you like something and they're like, I think this is shit, here's why.
Yeah.
And you can be like, okay, I can
yeah.
stand where you come from.
Yeah.
Great.
I've seen those, yeah.
But there's definitely some people who like even though they like the same thing that I like, I cannot take their fucking opinion seriously on fucking anything.
No, you're right. Yeah.
Because they just don't have the integrity. Like I can't differentiate whether they are being 100% honest or just saying shit people want to hear.
Oh, no, exactly. And I think that's really difficult. There is an importance to making yourself a trustworthy brand, not only for like your fans, but like the like other people watching as well. There's no point having far like haha funny inside jokes of you and your followers, because other people and brands aren't in on those jokes.
Right.
And those like haha funny internal jokes, yeah, sure, haha funny, but brands don't see that. They don't see haha funny. They go,
that was weird.
Yeah, they go, you're brand risk. We don't want
Right.
to work with you. That's why the whole brand risk joke is the thing. People who make their brand on like weird, edgy, fucking Chunibyo content.
Which is weird because I feel like a lot of creators in Japan, like a lot of them are like weird Chunibyo content, and they still get stuff.
That's a whole different we could talk about
that.
That's an off mic conversation. It's a very interesting conversation, but that's an off mic conversation. But there are very interesting things when it comes to like brands and how things are done behind the scenes. We'll talk about that. It's very interesting. But yeah, like if it's about like creating a content, nothing's better than an authentic, like down to earth, interesting brand that people can like get behind, basically.
Right.
I think when it comes to like our podcast brand, my personal brand, your personal brand, it's about not only like making sure the brand is like clean cut and entertaining and interesting, but also it's about pushing it out to every corner of the internet as much as we can in order to like get the most eyes on our content.
Right.
Get the most people like, because there's like a whole TikTok generation.
I feel like we're it's a little bit hard to market because I feel like we're not planned in a way that other things are.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think that's
in a sense
to our detriment in some cases, but other times it leads to things that are good.
It's both
like
to our
this conversation.
Exactly.
Like, this was not planned.
I was about to say that. It's to our detriment, but also to our benefit.
Right.
Because it leaves with a nice, flexible conversation that we can easily clip from and then put online where we need to, basically. And I think these conversations are important, not only content-wise, but also like Japan, travel stuff. Like, people generally find our content interesting, which is why they're here listening to us, boys. You know what I mean? But yeah, I do like the content conversation. I feel like a lot of people who follow us do also like making their own content. Not only just like, no, I want to be an influencer, but sometimes it's just like, I just like making content. And I'm like, cool. You too. Me too. That's why I'm here. That's why we're both here, basically. But yeah, good conversation. My God. Fucking fantastic.
I don't know if we, like, at the end of that conversation, I don't think we maybe still see eye to eye on some of it, but...
No, we don't.
But that's...
We wouldn't, though. It doesn't make sense. We come from different, like, backgrounds as well. So that there is that. Like I'm seeing it more from like a behind the scenes
Right.
perspective.
You have the I think you have the perspective of being in the business where I am looking at it more as
From the
someone who is consuming the
Consuming
content.
yeah. I've now realized I consume content in very different ways than people who are just consuming it.
Right.
I'm consuming it and being like, but is this like
You're
to what extent?
You're looking more at like the analytical side of
Yes.
things. Like I don't care about for me as like a viewer, like I don't care about does this do numbers? Does this person make money? I don't care.
your
I'm just like,
your vibes?
right, yeah.
No,
kind
I
of.
agree. No,
not,
I agree,
not
I agree.
necessarily, but yes.
No, vibes. Listen, I agree with vibes-based justice. Okay, if your vibes are off, you're guilty.
Right.
I don't care what the jury says. I'm all about the
'Cause
vibes.
in my opinion,
No,
like
fully.
using that
Yeah.
boat thing,
Yeah.
like I saw that video and immediately I'm like, I will never consume any of your
Oh.
content again because it is horseshit.
Oh yeah. I can't. If I show you my list of muted people, you have a fucking aneurysm.
Yeah.
I have a second account that I follow all like a work account basically.
Right, yeah,
Because it's easier to like keep up to date with like creators and stuff. It's just easier to do it that way. But my personal account, I can't be watching 2,000 Japan content videos a day.
Right.
About,
that
like,
would be insane.
Some good, some inauthentic, some outright bullshit content. Because like, if enough bullshit content comes across my feed,
then it suddenly is all bullshit.
yeah, because what happens is like my final point. Because this is
We're almost at 3 hours.
No, are you fucking serious?
2 hours 42 minutes.
Jesus, I'm so okay. Last point. We'll wrap it up. Okay, so like when it comes to content, if you make enough shit content, this is what happens. Because I saw this when I was working in companies, and I saw this behind the scenes as well. What happens is you shitpost enough times, and then eventually people go yuck. This is too much trash, and they hold down on their screens. A little thing pops up, and they go mute, and they go.
Oh, I've definitely done
Yep,
that.
and it goes mute for stories, mute for both, and they go mute for both stories and posts. Do you know how to unmute? You have to go.
No, I don't, because I don't do it.
Exactly.
I don't do it.
Exactly. No one unmutes. You gotta go find their page.
I will die before I
Bro,
unmute someone.
you have to find their page, go into their settings,
and actually click the button
Yep,
on
you
their
gotta
thing.
unmute them from there. There's no mass. You gotta do it individually. So you post. This is what I mean by how fucking delicate this balance is. You post one too many sushi boat videos, and someone holds down and mutes your ass. You're done.
Yeah, you're
You're never being unmuted. You're gone. There are-
you're basically shadow banned forever.
Yes, there are people that someone did like a cross promotion with someone, and someone else was like, "Did you see it?" And I go, "No." And I clicked, and I was like, "Oh, because I muted this person in 2020, and they were still muted 3 years." Do you know what I did when I saw them? I left them muted
Yeah, of course.
because 3 years ago, me had a point. I don't know what that
Right.
point was.
Don't know what it was, but I definitely pressed the button for a reason.
Listen, and I don't want to have to listen. I'm not gonna relearn my lessons. I'm
Right.
out here learning once. And the lesson I learned was yuck, annoying. And I trust past me. So I'm gonna trust me going forward. Know what I'm saying? Like, simple as that.
Yep.
But it's just like that's the delicate slope. You fuck up that balance, you're gonna fucking pull up with that parry. Know what I'm saying? You're gonna hit that ladder in Snake's ladders, and that's gonna be it. It's a slippery fucking slope. Fuck me. Great fucking episode, David. Great fucking talk, honestly. Good man. Guys, should we bring this to an end, David?
I guess so. I mean, fuck, it's been. This is. I think
we've not had an episode this long in fucking ages.
have we ever had a. I think we might have had like one 3 hour
maybe
episode like
one,
fucking
yeah.
3 years ago.
Literally. Guys, I hope this extra wide 3 hour episodes makes up for our absence last week. Hope you enjoyed our very long conversation. I fucking did. And we'll see you guys next week. Stay healthy, stay safe. If you have any questions, comments, concerns about anything we discussed this episode, if we've hurt your feelings, please let us know.
If it's hurt your feelings, we'll make sure to mute you and never.
Please let me know so I can mute you.
So I can mute you and not hear your complaints.
You're fucking whining. Fuck me. But guys, I'll see you in the next one. Until then, stay safe, stay healthy. Bye, guys.
Oh no, it's not by. Sorry, no, it's fine.
That's good. Fucking episode.
Yeah.
Yay, yay.